Hello and welcome back to Indieventure, the video game podcast that's all about the wonderful world of indie games. My name is Liam Richardson and I'm joined as ever by my two wonderful co-hosts in person once again, Rebecca Jones.
Hello.
And Rachel Watts.
Hello.
Hello. Now, I'm afraid as I started that intro, a man scrambled through an open window and sat awkwardly next to us. Now, I was raised well and was always taught to be respectful to people who are in your home, no matter how forcibly they intruded. So I think we should immediately give the floor to this person, and I will sit quietly to the side like the polite person that I am.
Oh my God.
Doing this in person, very different vibe, by the way.
It really is.
It's not like I look away from the screen and pretend that you're not near. Sorry, anyway, to the gentleman next to me, please talk. Hello, it's me, an undisclosed CEO of a AAA publishing company. Liam, if you wouldn't mind shutting up for once in your damn life, that would be appreciated. Now, I'm hijacking this podcast to let you know that you've all been selected as mentors for the 76th annual Legally Distinct Indie Game Battle Royale. Now, as well you know, this is a yearly televised event where 24 indie game characters are chosen to kick the shit out of one another until only one survives. The victor will be crowned as the ultimate indie game character, while the rest must spend the rest of their lives hanging their sorry little heads in shame. Now, as the CEO of a major AAA publisher that will not be named, the goal of this brutal event is to humble the indie industry for daring to make the... Sorry, I'm getting emotional. The goal of this brutal event is to humble the indie industry for daring to make games that don't encourage children to become addicted to gambling. I think I speak for all of us when I say that Blueprints would have been vastly improved if there was a way to pop a tenner into the great Albazar's open mouth for a chance to win a digital trading card of England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who Liam went to school with, I believe. Here is a list.
What the hell?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Oh.
Here's a list of 12 districts. For each district, my voice has changed massively throughout this one section. Here's a list of 12 districts. For each district, you'll spin a wheel to decide which two of you will pick a tribute each. Then, you'll be forced to watch as they batter each other into the stratosphere. I'll see you all at the games in a bit. Love you lots. Bye for now. All right, well, thank you, undisclosed AAA CEO. And off he goes. He's climbed back out the window. But yes, as they've just said, we have been selected to be mentors for the first annual Legally Distinct Indie Game Battle Royale, which is a horrific event that we don't normally like to mention, but I'm afraid this time we are going to be directly involved.
Yes, yeah.
So we have the wheel, and as that person said, who will not be named, we now need to spin a wheel. So we have a wheel in front of us, and it has three options on the wheel for Rachel and Rebecca, Liam and Rebecca, and Liam and Rachel.
So difficult to describe.
It really is, isn't it?
It's the most unhinged thing we've ever done, because I think it might be by like quite a way.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 12 categories here that we've all picked characters for.
Yeah.
And then we're going to spin a wheel and we're going to select one character for each district in turn.
Yes.
So... And then we're going to run it through a website, and the website's going to dictate what happens in this Battle Royale scenario.
Yep.
And we're going to, I guess, riff on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the whole plan.
And one will come up victorious.
One will be crowned the ultimate indie game
There's
character.
a point, there's a purpose.
There is a point and a purpose. Sure. So here are the 12 districts that we came up with earlier and had a very fun time doing. And then we all went our separate ways, didn't we? And we picked our characters, and I sat in a corner giggling to myself.
I literally had to go and lie down in bed for half an hour to do this.
Rebecca left the room to choose.
I was like, it's too much stimulation
And then
happening in here.
as me and Liam were in the main area, you were just
Just making myself laugh.
giggling.
Which, as you can imagine from the intro of this, it's not hard for me to make myself laugh. So these are the 12 districts that we've chosen. And we had to pick out characters that will fit within these categories. So we have District 1, main character energy. Characters that we think will succeed. District 2, the unwilling sacrifices. Characters that we want to see die. Long-time listeners will have no trouble probably guessing who is picked.
This is the most guessable category.
Yeah.
District 3, we have Token AAA, a AAA game character. District 4, Thirst Traps, sexy characters. District 5, Loose Cannons, unhinged, chaotic characters. District 6, Chaotic Animals. District 7, Comfort characters. So these are characters from games that we love that shouldn't be
Make
put
us
into
feel
this.
happy and nice.
Yeah.
District 8, Who Dis, which is my personal favourite character category.
It's a good one.
This is a district full of characters who are like background characters or B-tier characters that probably one of us is going to be like, who are they?
Yeah.
Then we have District 9. They're just little guys. Again, I think that's self-explanatory. District 10, literal gods. So characters that are either literally gods or powerful enough to be classed as gods. District 11, badass queens. Again, we don't need to explain that. And District 12, wild cards. So that's kind of like a free pick category that we can try and get characters in. So what's interesting about this wheel selection process, it's kind of like a draft, but a little bit different.
Yeah, there's more of a random element to it. There's just, everyone's got picks and basically one out of 3 is not going in.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And there is a chance that like one of us might end up with less characters than the other, which is also very funny.
On average, it should be fine, but it's going to be a bit uneven probably.
Yeah.
So
Do you think it makes sense what we're doing? Do we need to explain it any further?
No,
Or-
it makes no sense at all, but I don't think we should explain it.
That was a perfect explanation of this very complicated.
Yeah, which we've been talking about for months. By
We
the way.
really
we
have.
have.
This spun out of a completely different idea and it just like grew and snowballed. And we're like, this is the perfect bit of bullshit to do when we have already been together for 48 solid hours.
Yeah.
And,
Very
Yes,
true, yeah.
hotboxed in this.
Yeah, it's been
the
very
van.
warm. We actually recorded an episode yesterday that you might not have heard yet, but there is an episode of just free chat coming up at some point where we just yapped. So
it went well. It really went well though, to be fair.
It was great. Yeah,
I
it was.
can't wait for everyone to hear it because it was a lot of fun in the end.
It was great.
It was like, do we have enough to talk about if we're trying to avoid the subject of video games? It turns out it's fine. We're actually really good friends and have a lot of things to talk about. So
get ready for that. It's a new bonus series that will not be it wouldn't be a fucking hell. It won't be a main episode. But get ready for that.
Yeah.
So, shall we begin the drafting process?
Let's begin. I'm really excited.
I'm so excited for this.
I feel a little bit weird now about being the one with the wheel and I'm running the simulation and I'm like, I don't think the AAA man who jumped in a window and then presumably jumped back out again, he's not like got any sort of hold over me. Why am I putting them through this? But you know what? It's the rules of the game.
Oh, they'll kill us.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are sniper dots on our heads as we talk right
Cool.
now.
I mean, there is like a big window there, so
That's what.
that's why you made me sit opposite the window. I get it now.
I'm also opposite a window.
Oh yeah, I think we're
me
all
too.
opposite
We're all
windows. It's
opposite
like,
windows,
oh shit,
yeah.
it's a very well lit caravan.
It is a very well lit caravan. So, we're using what's the website called?
So for the wheel, we're using Wheel of Names, which is pretty standard. For the simulation, we're running, not to tip our hand too much about where some of this inspiration came from, we're using brantsteel.net's Hunger Games simulator.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. Is that a thing?
What is that?
Yeah.
No.
Hunger Games?
Legally distinct.
Sounds tasty.
Legally distinct Battle Royale deathmatch, 76th annual. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, everything in this episode is so legally distinct.
Yeah,
like
it's
absolutely
fine.
everything.
No one can sue us, is it?
We're just little guys.
We're just little guys.
Just little guys.
Indieventure podcast. No one can sue us. So, for District 1, main character energy, Rebecca, can you spin that wheel?
In the wheel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is tense. This spins for a long time, but I think it's going to be me and Rachel. It's me and Rachel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right.
So, for District 1, main character energy.
We have a winner, Rachel and Rebecca, and it brings up confetti. That's so fun. I've never done one of these before.
Okay, so it's main character energy, not main character of video game.
Well, we gave ourselves quite a lot of wiggle room on the
okay,
interpretation.
there's
we
wiggle
did,
room.
yeah.
There's wiggle room. Okay.
Okay.
Who's your first character to kick us off?
I have gone for Max Gentleman. Title character, but not protagonist of the Max Gentleman franchise. Because I thought if you want main character energy, that's kind of like the
like
whole
it.
the whole point of him is that, you know, he gives off main character
Yes.
energy. The series is named after him, but you're not actually playing as him, and he's got a lot of insecurities around the fact that he is just this big buff main character dude.
Yeah.
But is he though, or does he have hidden depths? So
Love
I like that. Really good pick. Okay.
yeah.
And I went with Harold Halibut.
Excellent. Oh, I'm really glad you did, because he was long listed for one of mine, but he didn't make it.
Yeah, energy
Nice,
is maybe not in Harold's vocab, but main character, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I would say that Harold Halibut is a main character with no main character energy.
That's,
but
both are acceptable.
you do you, hun.
Both are acceptable.
If he ends up winning now, you'll be eating those words. He'll bring the energy.
Yes.
This
He
is
will.
so unhinged already. We're literally 2 in. This is great.
Harold.
I've just lost one of my picks for another category, but that's fine.
Oh, did you put Harold in?
For the next district we'll be rolling, which was the unwilling sacrifice. So for District 2, the unwilling sacrifice, let's spin that wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Woo! There might be overlap then, for sure.
Oh, well, definitely.
Ooh, just narrowly avoided it being us 2 again, but it's you 2 this time.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Right.
have a look.
So
Do you want to go first, Rachel?
So what? This is unwilling
this is unwilling
sacrifices.
sacrifice.
Yeah. I know what you're going to pick.
It's Tim the Terrible Boy.
Oh.
Put Tim in. Put him in.
He's in.
Yes.
He's in the draft.
He's in the pool. Get ready to die.
Okay, so I've actually lost both my picks for this category, so I'm going to very quickly just Google someone's name.
Oh, you can switch. Did I take both of your unwilling
That's incredible.
sacrifices?
The energy from
I
that.
can pick my other one if you want to put Tim in.
It's fine. Okay, I'm going to go with Shane from Stardew Valley.
I had Pam from Stardew Valley.
Did you?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. Oh
So,
my god.
For District 3, token AAA, let's spin that wheel.
Oh, I don't want to do this one. I regret my choice for
Shane
this
is
one
going to
already.
be good. Shane will be good.
Shane
And I
will be
don't
good.
have to do this one. It's you 2 again.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, actually, let the wheel finish spinning. And just narrowly you 2 again. Oh,
Okay,
Right.
I'm
okay.
off the hook.
Okay.
Hooray.
Oh no.
So I'll go first this time. I'm going to pick Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil.
So this is token triple A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking Gollum from the recent Gollum Lord of the Rings game. Gollum.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Hope he dies a painful, horrible death.
I went
Wow.
with Liam's strategy of picking my absolute AAA comfort character, and I was like, I don't want to do this.
Who was yours?
Who was your...
It was going to be, right, this is dead talk. It was going to be March 7th from Honkai Star Rail, because I love her so much.
Oh,
Okay.
I love
that's
her
a
so
good
much,
one.
but then I was like, that's a very AAA undecided, but it's definitely not an indie game. So
No.
I was like,
For sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
then-
Good pick, though.
yeah. That was
So-
too sad, so I'm glad she's not in.
This is so fucking a ninja.
Dist-
Okay, yeah. District 4.
This is unhinged. District 4, we have Thirst Traps.
Thirst traps, come on. I want to do this one. I really want to do this one.
Oh, this is so tense.
It's you and me again, Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
nice.
god, I've been picked for every single one.
Oh, you have, yeah.
Okay.
The wheel knows that you're
So
the one
this-
who really knows indie games like the best.
So
the
this is
wheel
Thirst
knows.
Traps. I've picked the voice of Alphonse Harding from I Am Your Beast.
Of course.
Just the voice.
Of course.
Oh, we cut that. Actually,
Just put out.
that's so many letters that this simulator. Oh, I've got it.
Just put
You got
out.
it.
I had to get a bit
Alphonse,
creative
yeah.
with your
Yes.
incredible description.
Yes.
Some of mine are a bit wordy, so I'm like,
Okay.
okay. What was
Who's
it?
yours?
Thirst traps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So mine was. I was just like, okay. We have to break this down to just what is the thirstiest design you've ever seen on an indie game character. So it has to be Nemesis from Hades 2. Even though I've not actually played much of it,
Yeah.
Yes.
one of the thirstiest
An
designs
amazing choice.
I have ever seen. All
Bro.
right.
Right. District 5, Loose Cannons.
Right. Come on, wheel.
These are characters that are chaotic and unhinged.
Yes.
We are waiting for the wheel to finish spinning. And this website has a long animation.
It's Rachel and Liam again. Rachel's
Oh
every
my
single one.
Okay, so your law of averages prediction is not
Hey,
come true.
hey, we're still in the first half.
That is
It's-
true.
Yeah, but
So
the wheel
loose
knows.
cannons. Okay, who's yours?
Mine is Pinky from Promise Mascot Agency.
Okay, and mine's Peppino from Pizza Tower.
Nice, that was my other pick.
Amazing.
We overlap.
Wow.
Incredible.
Okay.
Incredible. Right. Okay. Keep it going.
Right, next we have District 6, chaotic animals.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You didn't put my name in every single.
I haven't accidentally put your name
Okay.
instead of my name.
Would have been funny.
It is you two again.
That's so funny. Well, the wheel decides. Who have you picked for chaotic
It's a 1 in
animal?
3 chance every time. I really need everyone to understand statistics here. It's like...
I mean, there's only one chaotic indie game animal for me, and that's Goose.
Yeah. Goose is good.
Goose.
Goose is very good. I have gone with Greg from Night in the Woods.
Nice.
How many G's is that? Just the one?
Let's just say 1.
Yeah. Nice. I want to get it right. It's important to me to get that right.
I want you to get a pick next time, Rebecca.
I know.
I want to sit one out.
Maybe this unhinged idea has flaws.
This idea where we decided on the wheel about 30 minutes ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so District 7, comfort characters.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get one that's gonna make me cry, aren't I? I'm bound to come up with
Yes.
this one.
I really hope you get a pick here, Rebecca.
I do, but it's still the one with you and me has still not come up at all. It's me and Rachel again.
She's picked 7 in a row here.
Should we pass it? That's a lot.
You know what? If
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Just spin it again. I'll just edit it out. Just spin.
Are you sure?
Yes, just spin it again.
Okay,
It's going to be still going to be Rachel.
Pretend.
I'm gonna keep spinning it until.
Keep this in because it's going to be Rachel again.
Oh, you're joking! No.
I think it's not gonna pick the one that's me and Liam. I know what I just said about statistics, but it's not gonna do it.
Maybe switch 2 of the names around. Like switch some colours.
It's fine.
No, it's actually fine. Do you want to just
Just
okay,
do it.
all right,
It's
and
fine.
then
I don't mind it being one person the whole time. I think it's funny.
Comfort characters.
I think it's really funny.
Comfort characters.
All right. Do you want to?
My comfort character was Big Ron from Thank Goodness
yes.
You're
Nice.
Here.
That's brilliant.
I mean, the important thing is the picks are really solid, and they all have been so far.
Yes.
So, you know.
Yeah.
And my comfort character, heartbreakingly, was Amanda from Dream Daddy.
Oh, the daughter.
Yeah, I love her so much.
Yeah. Oh no.
Is that our first child?
I mean, she's canonically 18.
Okay.
Okay, we're in the clear.
They're not dying. Just want to say again.
Nobody's dying.
If you're a developer of one of these games, they're going to be shot out of the arena Super Smash Brothers style.
Yes.
So,
I just realised that
Booted.
usually when you say characters...
Evicted at the Big Brother house. But with a punch.
But forcibly into the air.
Usually when you say a character's canonically 18, it's like really grim, but I'm just saying that she's 18 because she's about to go to uni in the story. That's part of the tension of the story. It's a very sweet story and
She's
it's very
so
nice.
cute. I wish her all the best.
And no one is, I was just like, who?
Good luck.
Because obviously my pick for the category that I wasn't in, which was characters we want to yeet into the sun, essentially, was Caitlin from Sherlock Holmes. Like, who's the anti-Caitlin for this one? And it's Amanda from Dream Daddy. So
that's very good.
Context is all. Right. All
Okay,
right.
come on now.
It did technically pick you two again for the last time, but shall I respin?
keep going.
Respin. So District
respin.
8, Who Dis?
Who dis?
Oh,
This is the one I really want.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you two, which is fine.
This
Okay,
is
fine.
I really
hilarious.
want to know
I'm happy
what
with
you two
this
have to say
one.
for this one.
Okay. You go first.
Mine's Alfred Clenstill, who's the bosun from Return of the Obra Dinn. Just put Alfred in.
I'm putting out, I don't know how to spell that. I'm just putting Alfred.
Wow. Incredible. Right. I have 2 choices here and I'm trying to think which one is better. Okay. I'm going to go with Claude Lobster from Peggle.
Oh
Okay.
my god, okay.
But my other choice for this was the man from the sitting room you keep falling into from Thank Goodness You're Here.
Oh, does he have a name?
He doesn't, but let's just go with Claude Lobster.
Yes, let's
Because
go.
the name Claude Lobster, very funny. That was one of the names I was laughing at earlier.
Giggling to yourself. Right, let's chant for you two.
District 9,
Yeah.
they're just little guys.
If you can come up yellow 4 times in a row. that'd
Yeah.
be-
Oh, what colour are you two?
We're yellow.
Yellow. Yellow.
Come on. They're just
Yellow.
Think sending yellow to this. No, it is. It's
yellow.
yellow.
Yes, finally. Okay, here we go.
All right. Well,
Well
Right.
done.
What's
they're-
this one?
They're just little guys.
okay. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm picking Little Pip from Curse of the Golden Idol, who is the small goblin-like creature.
Perfect.
I'm picking, and I slightly regret this choice now, but no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I just want to pick the kid from Full Void, but I regret it for 2 reasons.
Yes!
I regret it because the kid from Full Void is probably too long for the character limit in this simulator.
Oh,
and also,
okay.
to be honest, okay, the kid thing maybe, but that kid dies. That kid dies so horribly, so repeatedly in the actual
Yeah.
game
Good
that
point.
it's like.
Yeah. He better hope there's not a steam vent or 3.
Right.
Oh God.
Okay.
It fits in. Kid from Full Void, and nothing I can do to that kid will be more horrible than what the developers
That is
chose to do.
a very
True.
good
Yeah,
point.
true.
Yep, Your Honour.
Yeah.
So, District 10,
I'm not.
we have
I'm not a bad
literal
person, I
gods.
swear.
Okay.
Right.
Literal gods.
Literal gods.
Let's see.
Oh.
This is just such a mad idea.
Yeah. I've got no regret though, because I think I was born without shame.
Oh, it's right on the cusp, but it's picked us too.
There we go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Liam, sorry.
Work it out.
We're in person, so I'm just pointing at people, which is great for you guys as the audience.
Okay, so who are you picking first? then,
Literal
Rebecca?
gods. I had Ábramar from Cosmic
Nice.
Will Sisterhood.
Oh,
Very
Sweet Cool
nice.
Cat Ábramar.
Indeed.
It's
Ábramar.
a reference to
I'd
his
like-
genitals.
I'd like to say I hadn't thought about the broader reference. I hadn't thought of it as 3 Coke can for a while.
Yeah, 3 Coke can.
That's an image you put in my head.
I mean,
I'm
it's
going.
their choice of comparison.
It really was.
I am going to pick Poe, who is the old man from Vampire Survivors.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because if we're reading literal gods as powerful enough to kill a god, then I
Yeah.
think all Vampire Survivors characters do count.
And I love that there's an old man. I love there's an old
Yeah.
man in our not Hunger Games.
I love that, yeah.
Gotta have it in there.
That is extremely good.
So, District 11, we have Badass Queens.
Badass queen.
Right, this has started to even out now. So
Yes, good.
I have a really funny one for this if I get it.
it's the two of us again.
Oh, wow.
there we go.
Okay, now I feel like I'm overrepresented. I'm going to pick Lorelei from Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Oh, that's cool.
So good. Fantastic. That's a good one.
And my pick was the princess from Slay the Princess.
Oh,
Yay.
nice.
Oh,
That's really
Queens, absolutely.
I was like, what is, there are so many ways you can interpret that, but I was like,
yeah.
she's kind of at the intersection of almost all of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, final.
Wild
Oh my
cards.
God,
District
okay.
12, wild cards. Does it need to be you two for this to balance out quite evenly? It feels like it does now.
Maybe? I'm not sure. Spin that wheel.
Worry about it in a minute. And it literally is us again. So it's 4 yellows. But I think all of them came up 4 times each broadly.
Oh,
No
so it's actually worked out
way.
evenly.
I think it did.
That
Although
is
I
wild.
wasn't counting super. I'm actually going to have to go and look at it in a
Wild
second. Not because
card.
I want us to re-rack, but because I think
You
that
love stats.
I love
Yeah.
stats and I'm interested. But anyway, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'm going to pick the granddad from Stardew Valley.
Oh, 2
Grandad.
Stardew people. Yes.
Ooh. I'm really glad I got this one. Hold on, Grandad, Stardew Valley. There's not quite enough characters. And I really, really wanted to pick this one because I was so excited when I remember she existed. Batness, the Katniss spoof character from Monster
Oh,
Prom.
shit.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm
Who was
really
just
glad
a
that you
little
got
bat.
that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right, okay, let me just have a work out who went. So it was
I did the first
it was
7.
me and you, and then it was the 2 of you, and then it was the 2 of you again,
Yep.
then me and
Okay.
you again, you 2 again, you 2 again. Then I think it has come out almost exactly even. I'm not gonna.
Wow.
I'm not gonna
Amazing,
literally tell-
incredible.
So,
Right.
It
shall
all worked
we-
in the end.
Yeah.
Before we start the games, shall I run through each district and you can read out who the tributes are for each district?
Yeah, I'm just gonna also screenshot all of this so that I have like a record of it in case
Yeah.
the thing fully dies.
Were there any characters that you wish were in on your list?
Actually,
Any one or two? Or
I
did
got-
all of your favourites get in?
I got all the ones I really wanted.
Oh yeah, we should. Hold on, I've just got 9 so then.
While you do that then, I had Bunga from Bug Snacks,
Oh,
the
amazing.
burger.
Yeah,
from
that's
Little
such a
for
good
Little
one.
Guys. I also had Terry, the dad from Gone Home for like NPCs. I was like, what's his name?
Oh my god.
Failed journalist, bookseller, author, Terry.
So I've already said 2 of mine.
Yeah.
But, for loose cannons, I had Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club because she will fuck your shit
That
up.
would've been
That
good,
would have been
yeah.
good.
Chaotic Animals, I had Harvey from Rusty Lake because
Ooh, okay.
the real ones know. And my personal, I'm not like heartbroken that he didn't get in, but I'm glad that I get to mention this. Who dis? The boyfriend from Unpacking, because fuck that guy, but also who even is he?
Oh my god!
Who
Right,
even is he?
actually, right. Who is in that? Can we put him in anywhere? Can we? Can I boot one of mine and put him in?
Oh man, I almost said something then that would have been a big spoiler.
Loose cannon Peppino.
Big spoiler for the new book.
Oh no, I do like Peppino. I that guy can go fuck himself.
Yeah.
That was such a good pick.
We just already.
do you know what?
We already just kicked his head in.
Can I remove my unwilling sacrifice of Shane and can replace it with boyfriend from Unpacking?
If you would like
okay.
to do that,
I would like
then,
that.
Also,
Yes.
because then we don't double up from any games, which is
Yes.
quite nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And
So-
also it's a better pick than the one I had to guess randomly.
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
perfect.
much better.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we have attributes. So I'm going to read out all the districts again, and then Rebecca is going to tell us who attributes are, and then we're going to begin the simulation. So, District
Begin
1.
the simulation.
Begin. District 1, main character energy.
We've got Max Gentleman of the Max Gentleman franchise and Harold Halibut, self-titled.
Not a main character. District 2, we have the unwilling sacrifices.
Tim the Terrible Boy of Braid and a man I'm calling Awful Unpacking Boyfriend, self-explanatory.
Love that. Yep.
Awesome.
I'm so happy that Harold is in here at some point and might get kicked. District 3, we have Token AAA.
Is Leon S. Kennedy of Resident Evil and Gollum of one specific Lord of the
Gollum.
Rings game.
Gollum of self-titled.
Yeah.
District 4, Thirst Traps.
The voice of Alphonse Harding from I Am Your Beast is I Am Your Beast, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thought so. And Nemesis from Hades 2.
District 5, Loose Cannons.
Pinky from Promise Mascot Agency and Peppino from Pizza Tower.
District 6, Chaotic Animals.
Untitled Goose and Greg from Night in the Woods.
Yes.
District 7, Comfort Characters.
Big Ron from Thank Goodness You're Here and Amanda from Dream Daddy.
District 8, Who Dis?
Alfred Klestil from Return of the Opera Din. And Claude Lobster. And you're even going to have to remind me what Claude Lobster's from. I was trying to write stuff down at the time.
Peggle.
Oh,
An
it's
excellent
Peggle.
one to have
Alfred
forgotten. though.
Klestil and Claude Lobster. For some
Yeah.
reason, that's a good pairing.
Yes.
Oh my
He found him under the ocean. Because Claude Lobster, would you believe it, is a lobster. District 9, they're just little guys.
I got Little Pip, and I also need to be reminded who that's from because it's bringing up My Little Pony fan character.
Oh
When I Google it.
God.
Little Pip is from Case of the Golden Idol.
Of course, thank you very much. And the kid from Full Void.
Nice.
I can't believe I just looked at
incredible.
My Little Pony fan art for this.
District 10, Literal Gods.
That is Ábramar from Cosmic Sisterhood and Poe from Vampire Survivors.
District 11, Badass Queens.
Interestingly, both lending their names to their games, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes and Slay the Princess.
Fantastic.
And District 12, Wildcards.
The Grandad from Stardew Valley and Batness from the Monster Prom series.
So we have our 24 indie game tributes from the 12 districts. The arena in which they will be fighting
Yes,
is,
do go on.
is Peggle Academy.
Yep. Prestigious school.
Prestigious school.
Yeah.
We don't know much about Peggle Academy, so we are going to be guessing where in Peggle Academy they are fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
But we do know that the cornucopia is a Peggle board. At the start of the games, all 24 characters will be shot simultaneously from the top of the board, will bounce on all the pegs. Any who land in the middle will be victors in the cornucopia, and the rest will probably run away or fall into lower ranking buckets to be ejected into various areas of the Peggle Academy. So I think with all that out the way, and as the realization of what we're doing starts to really settle
Oh,
in,
it really is, isn't it?
Yes! Oh my
It's
God.
really hitting now.
let's begin the simulation for the 76th annual legally distinct
Deathmatch.
indie game deathmatch
Indie game
battle
deathmatch
royale.
battle. I like that it's slightly different every time we say
Yes,
it. I mean,
it
that's
is.
Absolutely.
100% part of the charm.
Shall we begin?
Day one.
I'm
Day
clicking
one.
submit. You've got to choose a player name, for fuck's sake.
So we're at day one in the cornucopia
Right.
of the Peggle board.
The
Yes.
Peggle board.
Okay.
What happens at the Peggle
Shall I
board?
read some prompts? Shall I read the prompts and we can kind of riff on
Yes.
them?
Yeah.
As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds.
And off they shoot.
Okay, this is like pretty involved. So I'm gonna.
Okay.
Okay. Amanda and Leon S. Kennedy fight for a bag. Leon S. Kennedy gives up and retreats.
Oh,
Leon.
shit.
Awful unpacking boyfriend runs away from the cornucopia.
Of course he does.
Oh, yeah, that coward.
Claude Lobster runs away from the cornucopia. Pinky runs away from the cornucopia.
Okay,
Oh, okay. I'm
Pinky.
surprised by that.
Grandad, Stardew Valley, retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia.
We're off to a good start here.
Tim the Terrible Boy runs away from the cornucopia.
Yeah,
Of course
we
he
knew he
does, yeah.
would.
Big Ron grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty.
Oh, Big Ron, no!
Precious boy.
Poe finds a canteen full of water.
Oh.
There's two old men.
There is two
oh
other
my
Grandad and
god,
Poor.
I want them to have a showdown.
Oh, you're totally right.
We've got our first death, guys.
Oh, no.
Well, death. Okay, it's not death. So we're going to have to decide what this actually is because we're not killing them.
So what we're going to do is we're going to...
Yeah.
Whoever chose the character who kills the other one, the person who chose that character gets to decide what series relevant or game relevant
Okay,
eviction
how they die.
do to them. Yeah.
Okay, so Alfred Klestil shoots a poisonous blow dart into Max Gentleman's neck, slowly killing him, but that's not what's happening. So
Maybe we should just say who does it and not the not
I'll
the
do that.
blow dart
Okay,
bit.
yeah. Some of these are a little bit gnarly, but like regular Hunger Games gnarly, not like super fucked up. But still, if we're trying to keep it light,
Yes,
So maybe just say that,
poor Max Gentleman. Sorry, Max.
So he died with what happened? He got a poison dart in the neck.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to read the methods in future. I'll just say someone died and if someone killed them.
Okay.
Actually, because there is some stuff in here that's a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So Alfred...
that's one of the least bad ones.
Alfred
so.
from Oberdin kills
Max Gentleman.
So how does Alfred
or
evict
eliminates Max Gentleman from the contest.
What does he do that launches him out of the arena, out of the Peggle Academy?
Oh my god, okay. Harpoons. He has a harpoon. He's a bosun. Who's a bosun? I forgot. He harpoons him, and then Max Gentleman, sexy. He graciously,
muscularly and sexily,
sexily, yeah,
flies out of the Peggle Academy.
Yeah,
to be given excellent medical care for any of his wounds and restored to full health.
Absolutely, yeah.
And be told that we respect his game and all those who play and developed it.
Yeah,
yes.
Although apparently the next Max Gentleman game is going to be like a murder mystery, which like refreshes through the characters. So I don't think this is entirely disapproved of conceptually by the devs, but I would not presuppose to kill those characters for them.
Okay,
right.
Damn.
Okay, I need
First
to
kill.
We've got another elimination. I need to work out how to.
Okay, who and who?
So Nemesis attacks the kid from Full Void, but Lorelei protects the kid from Full Void, eliminating Nemesis.
So Lorelei struts in front of the kid from Full Void. And then she draws a very complex maze and she shows it to Nemesis.
And
Nemesis's brain gets so squished, she flies out of the arena.
Yeah, that's a brilliant one. Yes, love that.
The power of mazes.
That's two of Rebecca's characters out.
Yeah, I'm not doing well here. I just pick beautiful people who aren't ready to cope with this situation. All right, moving on. Little Pip takes a spear from inside the cornucopia.
Of course he does.
Oh, little Pip, that little shit.
All right, now, here we have an instance of actually really funny, like non-lethal violence. I think I'm just going to read it as
Please do.
Yes.
Yeah.
the goose, the untitled goose.
Oh, of course, the goose.
Breaks the voice of Alphonse Harding's nose for a basket of bread. Like, I don't even know how that would work in any sense, but the goose would absolutely do that. So let's like,
okay, that is
Amazing.
so funny.
That's happening.
That goose, goddamn.
Yeah, so violent.
I'm scared of the goose.
The goose might win this. Yeah,
the goose might win
this.
I will say I ran a simulation. This website does have like quite a lot of preloaded fandoms in, and Danganronpa is one of them. So I ran a Danganronpa test game earlier, and it did pick a character who I was like, that's legit as the winner.
Interesting.
I was like,
okay, so
Very
goose might be in for a chance.
interesting.
yeah. So I do think that like the game kind of knows in some way, and so we might. Anyway,
You might see goose. That'll be funny.
okay, we're still keeping the cornucopia going. Ábramar runs away from the cornucopia, but like he is absolutely gigantic, so I don't really see. He's not going to like conceal himself. He's the size of a house.
It's quite hard to hide.
He's the size of a house, but well, anyway. Batnis grabs a shovel.
Oh, a shovel. Okay.
The princess stays at the cornucopia for resources.
Okay.
Peppino rips a mace out of Greg's hands.
Peppino and Greg are going at it.
All right.
no,
Can I just have just one last actually what it says on the screen?
Of course.
This is too funny, even though it's like a death. But we'll
That's
read.
fine. Let's do it.
Harold Halibut snaps Gollum's neck. I just wanted to say that
God.
I pictured it instantly.
Me too. Harold has no expression on his face.
Absolutely not.
Sorry about that.
He just like didn't even do it on
Oh
purpose.
my
He just
God.
like tripped and fell and
Yeah,
somehow got him in like a
Fucking-
perfect wrestling hold that was
Yes.
completely
Beautiful.
lethal, but not lethal because we're not doing that. So
With Gollum, it could be lethal. Let's.
Yeah, that
Gollum's dead.
you are doing these very well judged. Put it that way.
Gollum specifically from the Gollum game is dead. Right.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the way that this simulation works is it goes like 2 day phases and then like a night phase, basically. So that was cornucopia. There were a couple of specials. So the cornucopia is like a special day 1 phase.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're moving on to the night phase for day 1.
Right.
Okay. Right. Grandad from Stardew Valley sprains his ankle while running away from the kid from Full Void. Seems
And he
reasonable.
falls over in the Family Guy death pose.
But he does get back up. According to this, he gets back up at
Right.
this point.
He's such an old man. He's not going to recover from that sprained ankle.
No, he's going to die. On his own. No.
Peppino discovers a cave. Batnus discovers a separate, I assume, cave. And Batnus is in a cave. That's great.
That's good.
That is delightful.
A cave in the Peggle Academy? Yeah, let's go with that.
It's got extensive grounds, surely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So this one's a little bit... Oh, there's a factions formed.
Oh.
So
We've got a fist faction.
Okay.
the Princess, Goose, Leon S. Kennedy, and Pinky
Oh, you know what?
God.
That works. There's something to that.
are working together to raid Poe's camp while Poe is out hunting.
That's a powerful,
A very powerful
group.
pack.
Jesus.
Alfred Klestel is gone, and I'm not going to say how. We should just do a fun one, but to environmental factors.
Oh, to environmental. So what in Peggle Academy? This is up to you, Rachel.
Killed the bosun, right?
Yeah.
Is
so
it him?
What did he stumble across in Peggle Academy that
Oh
killed
God,
him?
Bjorn
Bjorn found him.
stabbed him with his unicorn horn. I'm surprised Bjorn didn't make it actually
I am
into
as
the.
well, actually.
I really thought that the whole point was to get Bjorn in there, to be honest. I thought that's why we're doing this whole
Yeah, I thought that
concept
was
in the first
the whole
place.
point Rachel suggested it originally.
Yeah, I think it was.
I feel
to be
like
fair.
Bjorn is just roaming around the Peggle Academy, and when he sees.
Oh,
when
he's
he
like a
see-
mutt.
Yeah, and when he sees someone, he kills them.
Okay, I
So
like it.
he'll be back.
He's
I
the
feel.
environmental.
I do like Bjorn is just the environmental hazard that they'll
Yes.
because there are a few environmental hazards in here, but
Okay,
no,
Bjorn
it's all
can be
Bjorn.
our environmental hazard.
All right, so Big Ron sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate.
Nice, smart,
Smart.
smart, Big Ron.
Even though he probably assumed it was a delicious pie.
You can just see him like
Yes.
sitting on the ground, like
Really close up to his face.
his giant face.
giant pink face.
and then Tim the Terrible Boy receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor because these sponsors are dick.
What?
Apparently.
Who is sponsoring Tim?
Ooh, another faction. 2 more factions have emerged and have had it out.
Okay.
Oh God!
So, Awful Unpacking Boyfriend, Little Pip, and Amanda are one faction.
Oh, Amanda, get out of that.
Yeah,
Get out
girl,
of that.
get out of there.
And then Greg, Claude Lobster, and the voice of Alphonse Harding are another faction.
Oh, great faction.
Oh my
The
God!
first faction is out. So, Awful Unpacking Boyfriend, Little Pip, and Amanda.
Oh, and who eliminated them?
Greg, Claude Lobster, and the voice of Alphonse Harding.
Damn! Oh my
So-
God!
So complicated. Sorry, some of these are really like they.
So
Yeah,
it was.
okay.
It was like. Okay, so a group got taken out.
Yeah.
So
By another
Claude-
group.
So it's one. Let's say that one each.
One to
eliminated
one.
The other.
So okay, like the 1-to-1 would then be Awful Unpacking Boyfriend versus Greg.
Okay. I mean, Greg stabs him with a knife,
Yes.
and then
No deaths.
he flies out of the arena. Yeah.
To the perfect medical parent. We'll give him the medical.
Yeah. No. He dies.
Yeah. Claude Lobster takes out Lil Pip.
Oh, they're both the same height, I think. So Claude Lobster just gets him with his claws and flings him out of the arena.
All right.
Oh, little
And
Pip
then-
needs to go.
Yeah,
He's
he did.
dangerous.
Yeah.
And then the voice
Creepy.
of Alphonse Harding has taken out Amanda from Dream Daddy. You monster.
Oh, I can't even make this weird because she's 18. I thought he could like whisper sweet nothings and she'd just leave.
Maybe that's it. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
That could
That's
work.
very.
That's
That's like
good.
I like to kindly.
I like that.
Amanda is kindly escorted away because she really shouldn't be here.
Yes, Amanda,
that's
please.
what it in his beautiful voice.
In his
Yeah.
beautiful,
Alphonse says
sexy
you
voice.
shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And off she leaves. Off she
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wonderful. Okay.
All right. Another faction. Harold
Oh.
Halibut and Ábramar are hunting for other tributes, apparently. which is
Jesus
like-
Christ.
That's absolutely cursed, but I can see it.
Harold is violent.
Harold is a psychopath.
We've always known this.
Yes. And finally, on day 1, Lorelei receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Lorenzo.
Signorina.
Right, and then we get the 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Rachel, do
Yeah,
you wanna?
and I'll do the cannon shot. There you go.
And I think we need to hear the
God, just suddenly thought, I hope that most of our listeners are at least passingly familiar with the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
This is going to be absolutely
we stood up and saluted
impenetrably
there.
weird. They did. I didn't.
No, you didn't. No.
Because I'm running the simulation. So
Game
yeah.
maker over here.
Shall I summarise who's out already?
Yes.
Max Gentleman from District 1 is out. Nemesis from District 4 is out. Gollum from District 3 is out.
Yeah, good
Alfred Klestel, District 8. Awful Unpacking Boy from District 2 and good fucking riddance.
Yeah, bye, bitch.
Little Pip, District 9, and Amanda from District 7.
Wow. A brutal first day here at the games.
I feel like the first day's always loads of them die.
Yeah.
Now the psychological stuff will kick in now.
I really feel the need to like emphasize that I understand the actual point of the Hunger Games, like the franchise, very well, but like
We're not missing the point of anything here,
yeah,
are we? It's just violence.
this hilarious bracketing though is objectively funny. I just think it's a really funny way to do brackets.
Yeah.
Random seeded brackets.
It's
is
very
so
good.
funny. Right, okay, day 2. Let's go.
So my money's on Harold so far.
I mean, he's
let's
vicious,
check
isn't he?
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. Let's do the Caesar Flickerman bit here.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, wait, we are. Oh, hold on. Sorry, this is the night phase. This is night 1.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
So they do the Fallen, and then they do night 1, which I think is a bit more of like a. Anyway, this is like them bonding and stuff. It's kind of, I like actually quite a lot of thought has gone into this
Okay.
Okay, let's
simulation.
hear it then.
It's quite
Okay,
cute.
before we unpack
Yes.
the first day.
Yeah, so the kid from Full Void, Lorelei, Goose, and Peppino tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood.
Oh, that's cute.
Tim the Terrible Boy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Why did he
Who?
sponsor us? Keep
Who?
sponsoring Tim.
We know
who.
We do.
Okay.
Greg has passed out from exhaustion, but is not.
Okay,
out.
he's just
Passed out.
having a little
okay.
nap.
Pinky receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. A glitter bomb from an unknown sponsor. It's all fun. It's all
yeah.
good fun.
no,
Whereas
Pinky would want
Yeah.
a real, yeah.
I think a lot of these people would probably want to know. Leon S. Kennedy looks at the night sky.
Of course he does, baby
What
girl.
a cutie.
My beloved.
Granddad from Stardew Valley thinks about home.
Oh, he thinks about his little dilapidated house. I should be dying in there, and instead I'm here.
Claude Lobster climbs a tree to rest.
Okay. It's impressive.
yeah.
For a
Impressive,
lobster.
yeah. Hard with those claws.
Harold Halibut screams for help. That was the original title of that game, I think. That was the working title.
Oh, amazing.
Another alliance. Big Ron, Ábramar, the Princess, and Batness tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Very much a similar vibe to the other group.
Okay,
I feel like
yeah.
the princess from Slay the Princess would tell some horrific
Awful
ghost
stories.
stories.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would not be a chill time with her. I think you would probably be like awake all night.
So say that again.
terrified.
We had Big Ron,
Big Ron, Ábramar,
a god.
yeah, the Princess, and Batness. It's nearly all of my picks.
That is
Ooh,
quite
it's the
a-
Rebecca faction.
I
Yeah, it's
feel
the
a bit
Rebecca
sorry for
faction.
Big
Big
Ron
Ron.
now. That,
I
yeah.
love Big Ron, so he's welcome
Yes.
in my faction, even though I did not technically submit him to
But
this.
he's talking to two godlike figures.
Yeah,
really.
just the prince. I'm like imagining the princess in her tower form, you know, when she's like really. So she's
Yes.
almost as big as Ábramar in my head at this point. Batness is about 2 inches tall,
Amazing. Yeah.
and Big Ron is Big Ron. So
And
actually,
just Big
Batness
Ron's
is the one
hanging out.
who's like uncomfortably
Yeah.
small.
Yes.
I think Ábramar would enjoy Big Ron's big pies.
I think so.
Yes,
Probably enjoy-
I think the
absolutely.
princess would as well. And
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Batness is tiny, but she's got to eat a lot.
Yep.
They're having a nice time actually. I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good for
yeah.
them.
And the
That
final,
will end soon.
it will. It absolutely will.
As soon as
'cause
Harold finds
this
them.
simulation.
I was just screaming in the distance. Oh my god!
I will say, having played with this, the simulator is not tracking factions, so it does
Sure.
it does come in
Yeah.
at random.
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
this will break up by morning.
Yeah.
And the voice of Alphonse Harding and Poe are huddled for warmth, little romance.
Hello.
Romance going
That's
on.
cute.
Okay.
All right.
How dare you get
Now
off
it's
him?
day 2. Now
Right.
it's
So
day
let's
2.
let's take stock of where we're at on after day 1.
Yeah.
Harold Halibut.
Unhinged.
Yeah. Terrified. I'm terrified of Harold.
Yeah, he's awful.
I wanted him in here to die. I didn't think he would be the biggest threat.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
really, really
screaming.
scary.
He's screaming.
Something has snapped in his brain,
Not
and he's just unhinged.
Snapped like Gollum's neck.
Oh God, he did that, didn't he? Oh my God.
Amazing.
I'm
What
sad,
is
I'm sad to see Little Pip go. I think Little Pip had a lot of creepy unhinged potential. Goose is still there, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think my money's on Harold at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine is too. I think he's going to eliminate
Yeah.
everyone. Okay.
I accidentally clicked too soon and I've seen the next day, so I can't comment
okay,
yet,
okay.
but I can
Okay,
begin the
well,
next day.
let's go on. Day 2. Day 2 of
All right.
these games.
A further faction has developed.
Oh, okay.
Tim the Terrible Boy,
Yeah.
Granddad from Stardew Valley. Grandu.
Yeah.
And Greg, they're hunting for the tributes together.
Okay, Greg better get out of there.
Yeah.
The voice of Alphonse Harding has gone it alone and has taken out 4 other characters.
Oh my god!
So Rachel.
I mean, that's very
That is,
appropriate.
yeah.
Okay.
Heartbreakingly, Batness has gone.
Oh.
Pepino.
No, Pepino!
Claude Lobster.
Oh my god!
And Lorelei.
All your babies! All your children!
Oh my god!
So brutal.
Alphonse killed Lorelei.
Jeez, now that would have been a showdown.
So how did Alphonse eliminate these people then? What did he
Just
do?
shot them all.
Shot a wasp nest onto them.
I feel like he took out, what was it, Pepino, and who's the first person?
Batness, Pepino,
Yeah,
Claude Lobster, and Lorelei.
I feel like he took all them out, and him and Lorelei had an epic. Hello? Alphonse?
What was that noise?
Alphonse, I'm here.
Everybody get down.
Okay.
Do you genuinely need to go and check if there was anything, or is it all right?
I think it was fine.
I think it was
Wasn't
just
it?
something settling or shifting.
I think
But
it was just something settling.
yeah.
I'm glad it's not
Okay.
night, because I think that would have freaked us out more.
I know, this is
but-
like a bit, this got real. It's
Okay.
got really real.
So
Okay.
Alphonse takes out all the others, but him and Lorelei have an epic Dragon Ball Z in the sky, like with it. Yeah, I know it's just a
Amazing.
voice, but like a fight, and then he full on punches her out of the ring, and her
Right.
glasses like come off, and lasers go out into the sky, Akira style explosion,
Incredible.
and she's gone.
Wow.
Alphonse,
well done,
damn.
Alphonse.
Alphonse, I'm starting to. Alphonse is like
Yeah.
climbing the rankings here. All right, another faction has formed.
Okay.
They keep doing this. Between the princess,
Yeah.
Goose,
Yeah.
Okay,
the kid from the void, and
Yeah.
Big Ron.
Oh, Big
So-
Ron's
Yes.
just moving from faction to faction over here.
Big Ron and the
Just
princess
distributing pies.
have been kind
Yeah.
of they were the last faction.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. No, I see that. I see that. I feel like, you know,
Interesting.
they don't really know what to make of each other, but in the same, because of that, they can't really be antagonistic towards each other.
Right, yeah.
I like that.
Leon S. Kennedy and Poe have decided to work together, but just for today.
Okay.
We're specifying that this faction, this alliance is temporary, even though all of them have been extremely temporary. It's quite funny
Yeah.
to me. Not to, this is like a genuinely really fun simulator. I'm not ripping on it, but it's just, it's
No,
funny.
this is great.
It's funny.
It's so good.
Ábramar's gone fishing.
Oh, that's nice.
I assume he's just putting his giant hand in a pool of water.
I just did
I
not
see-
know what
no,
you
I
were
was
going to
not-
say. I did not know what you were going to say there.
Good Lord.
Terrible way to catch fish, I assume. I'm glad he's not doing
I just
that.
pictured him dunking his whole head in there, to be honest. But
Oh,
like it.
yeah.
And because we're in the Peggle Academy, those are cartoon-looking fish as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah. Harold Halibut is collecting fruit from a tree.
No, suspicious as
They're
fuck.
very
What's he doing with that
suspicious.
fruit?
Yeah.
And Pinky has become injured through unknown means, but is not out.
Oh, Pinky.
no.
I mean, to be fair, I think it's hard for Pinky to move around because she is a mascot. So maybe she just fell down a flight of stairs in Peggle Academy.
Yeah, it does look like
Literally,
if
there's
she
no
would,
prompt for it. It just said she injures herself.
if
so.
she fell over, I don't know how she would get up again.
I
I think
thought
that's
that playing the
because
game,
they didn't
yeah.
want to go into the like Peggle lore in this Hunger Games
Sure.
simulator, but it's
Right,
probably
okay.
actually what
Yeah.
they intended when they just said injures herself.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Pinky
Let's
girl.
proceed. So, okay, that was day 2. So now we're doing the Fallen.
Oh,
of
already?
the day, yeah. So
Wow.
it's just, unless it's a special one, it's just like day,
Yeah.
Fallen, night.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So we've lost Batness, Pepino, Claude Lobster, and Lorelei, who all went in one go to the
One
voice of
go.
Alphonse.
Shit.
So we'll
Wow.
do the night phase and then do a summary. This is so, like, I'm really glad that we all became friends because not many people have this sense of humor, and this is my exact sense of humor. Like, this is
same.
at my very core. This is what I'm like
Yeah.
as a person.
If you made it this far into the podcast episode,
Maybe you
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
It's
Thank
very
you.
possible.
God,
Right.
thank you
Could
for
you imagine?
being here.
Yeah.
50 minutes in.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, amazing. Night 2.
Okay.
Night
I'm
2.
getting nervous.
Right,
How
what
have we seem to have lost so many. Anyway,
This always happens.
yeah, it took me 7 in-game days to get through the one I ran earlier to practice,
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't
Wow.
feel like it's going to take 7 days to do this one because they have been
No.
dropping like flies.
They have.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, just like it really just
The situation of
yeah,
what we're doing.
it really does. I'm just like I was like, what? Whether am I? Okay,
Okay.
no, we're cool. Harold Halibut, the princess, and Pinky discuss the games and what might happen in the morning.
Oh.
Big Ron cooks his food before putting his fire out.
Oh.
Ábramar receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. I mean, he is an absolute unit. You'd think he's a good bet, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed.
Kid from Full Void, Tim the Terrible Boy, and Grandad from Stardew Valley are sleeping in shifts as a group.
Cursed
Smart.
trio.
Very cursed.
That's a cursed trio.
Voice of Alphonse Harding quietly hums.
Oh.
Which is, I mean,
Yes.
he's just a
He is just
disembodied
a
voice,
voice.
but also that's unhinged, man. You
I don't know, it'd be
you were
beautiful.
100% of the kill count today. I mean,
Yeah, but the humming would be beautiful.
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
Greg destroys Goose's supplies while Goose is asleep.
Greg!
You know what? The Goose is a threat.
Yeah.
He needs
yeah.
to act now.
Yeah, agreed.
Leon S. Kennedy cooks his food before putting his fire out, which is a lot of forethought for Leon S. Kennedy.
It
I
is,
think you'll
yes.
agree. Yeah.
I think Leon S. Kennedy would forget to eat most days.
Oh, I see. I was thinking more. He's the sort who he just like rolled into the fire overnight. That's how he goes.
A new definition to hot bod, am I right?
Oh, very good.
And then Poe quietly hums. So
Oh.
yeah, right.
The humming.
Mm.
Oh, isn't it in Hunger Games? They whistle
It's
to
a whistle.
communicate?
Yeah.
Right,
Could
I'm
be
not
a-
going to click through till we've done our recap of day 2.
Okay.
Because I spoiled it for myself last time.
Big
Sure,
day,
sure.
big day. Voice of Alphonse Harding is
Yeah.
living up to the character of Alphonse Harding by being
really
an absolute
is.
brutal unit.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And everyone else has been pretty chill.
Goose has been laying low after a pretty
Yeah, that's
strong
Goose.
start.
What's happening there?
I feel like Harold also had a bit of a wobble last night and has now been a bit more conservative in his play today.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think he's building up the energy to commit heinous crimes tomorrow.
I think it's going to
God.
be down to Harold and the Goose, honestly. With Alphonse, like maybe that's
God,
the
that'd be
final
funny.
3.
I do feel
Final
like
three.
Harold's going through the 7 stages of grief for sure.
He was screaming help me after he killed.
After he snapped Gollum's neck and no, we're not changing it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, day 3. Here we
All
go.
right,
God.
Day 3. Okay. Leon S. Kennedy and the voice of Alphonse Harding are now hunting together for other tributes.
Oh,
That's
God.
a dangerous duo.
That's a beautiful duo.
The
Oh,
princess.
very
is-
beautiful.
Oh, hello.
The princess is questioning her sanity, which, having played that game twice, good. Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
should,
Yeah.
girl.
Self-reflecting.
Yeah.
It's called growth. We wish you all the best.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many of you to think about as well.
Yes,
So,
true.
oh, Harold Halibut attacks Ábramar, bold, but Ábramar manages to escape.
Oh.
Shit. Oh my
Harold,
god.
pick your battles.
He's fighting gods at this point.
Right, like I can do that. Right. This one
Man couldn't walk through a room with any decent clip, and now he's fighting gods.
This one goes a little hard, so I'm just gonna lighten this one a little bit.
Okay. Jesus.
Poe begs the Goose to send them home from this situation.
Oh my god.
But Poe refuses, and so the Goose is Goose refuses, and Poe is still in the game. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Wow, that's dark.
it's
Kill me.
that
Please.
is not.
Old.
There is one that's darker, and I'm not.
Oh,
It's not come up
okay.
yet, but it could do.
Oh my god.
Pinky's thinking about home.
Oh, of course
Kai's
she
so
is.
matchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not very well, is she? 'Cause she did that whole,
Oh,
fell
she
down the
did.
stairs, yeah.
She did do that.
The situation from above that we just went over with the begging to be sent home. The kid from Full Void has begged Greg in the same, but again, Greg has refused. The kid from Full Void is alive.
Good. Uppercut me out of the arena, Greg.
Please, Greg. I can actually see that interaction quite well in my head.
Yeah,
but
me
like,
too.
Yes, yeah.
Grandad from Stardew Valley has gone hunting.
Okay, cool.
Big Ron has discovered a cave.
By the way, when I imagine the granddad from Stardew, he is in his nightgown and
Yes,
yeah, of course.
yes, me
of course,
too.
Do you ever
okay,
see
good,
him in
yeah.
any other outfit?
No,
I don't
that's
think
all
you
you ever see
do.
him in.
With the
No.
nightcap, yes.
And finally, Tim the Terrible Boy searches for firewood.
Right.
Right. I'm going to proceed. No deaths today. No cannon shots.
Right.
No
Wow.
cannon fires.
No
Okay.
cannon
Okay.
shots today.
All right. Let's move on then.
So yeah, night 3. Poe receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Oh, as in they didn't open when it didn't explode.
Yeah,
when he
it's-
opened it.
no, it's-
I was like, who's that?
It's a sponsor.
Sure.
It's a helpful.
Okay.
It's a boon.
Oh God, he's got. Okay.
Maybe I should say boon instead of explosive. I'm not trying to censor this for reasons of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
just,
understand.
just trying to like.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not bothered if we say words that will get a friggin'
Sure.
TikTok like
Oh,
demonetized.
yeah,
But I'm just
yeah.
trying to like not make it totally grim
Yeah.
at the same time. Pinky climbs a tree to rest.
That must be very difficult for
I
Pinky
know, right?
to
Good for
achieve.
Pinky.
Yeah.
The kid from Full Void also climbs a presumably different tree to rest. That seems a lot easier. Than
Yeah.
Same tree,
Pole.
different branch. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Pinky's probably only in like the first branch nearest the ground. The princess has eliminated the granddad from Stardew Valley.
Oh
shit, in the
how did
night.
that
Yeah, so
happen?
they can. That's mine to do.
Not
Oh,
the grandpa.
I can only think of absolute horror scenarios for this.
Oh, there's
No, to be fair.
that game.
All right, the granddad from Stardew Valley falls asleep and dreams of the princess's nightmare form, and that's enough
Yeah,
for
he
granddad.
explodes and flies off into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is a ghost. So, yeah, I mean, he is right because he's already dead at the start of the game. So,
I thought-
guess
I
he's
thought-
just like going, woo.
This is actually canonically how the granddad died now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He had a nightmare
Yeah.
about the nightmare version of Princess from Play the
and
Princess.
exploded out of an indie Hunger Games. I mean, Battle Royale. And then left.
Legally distinct deathmatch battle royale.
Oh my god, damn.
Wow.
Oh, Leon S. Kennedy is awoken by nightmares.
Oh.
Presumably still the princess.
I imagine him like, when dogs go, and they
Yeah,
like kick around when they're
absolutely.
sleeping and they wake themselves up.
His nightmare was he thought he was kissing a girl.
This is a brutal night. When we had no eliminations in the day, we've got 2 more. Guys.
What?
Greg and Big Ron have managed mutual accidental destruction.
Oh, that's nasty.
You want to handle this, guys?
I feel like Big Ron offered to Greg, would you like to have a pie?
Yeah, I know where this is going.
And they tried to make a pie, but
I feel like Greg might be a little pie guy.
yes. And
Yeah.
and they
I
fought
think-
each other, eliminated each other.
Yeah, because I do think if it makes sense that Big Ron approached Greg
You're totally right.
and then
But
he's let
I
slip.
will reiterate, it's
Maybe he
an
maybe had, like, a-
accidental mutual destruction. So,
But they let slip. That was an accident on both their
accident, yeah.
parts.
Fair enough.
That's an accident.
That-
Yep.
yeah.
That
And they
stands.
just-
That
they
is
simply
within the rules that I'm making up as we go
couldn't
along.
continue.
Oh, 2 sweet boys.
Gone forever.
Oh God.
From this game.
The voice of Alphonse Harding cooks his food before putting his fire out. Tim the Terrible Boy is awoken by nightmares. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well.
Yeah.
Ábramar and Goose are huddling for warmth.
Hello.
Oh my.
Ábramar's getting around.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's Ábramar, come on.
Yes.
And Harold Halibut is tending to his wounds. So,
Psychological wounds.
Yeah. Yeah. The shame of killing Gollum.
What he's done is he snapped Gollum's neck within the first 5
Ran
minutes.
into the woods
ran, screamed, and then that's it.
And he's just been distressed the whole time. He went in hard too fast.
that's very Harold, though, isn't it? Actually,
Very
it
Harold.
feels
I feel like
Harold.
he panicked and now he's really feeling really awkward about
I went
it.
in too hard too fast.
Yes. Oh God.
Turns out I absolutely could kill him, and I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, it's broken
Yes.
him.
Yeah. And also, like, this is like a non-death game. He's killed someone in this, like,
Yeah, no one else has
match.
killed anyone other than the boyfriend from Unpacking also
yeah,
died.
yeah.
Oh, no,
But-
I think we gave him medical attention when he got back to the
Okay.
academy. and
So
not-
it's just
not-
Gollum.
not willing, not good medical attention, not happily. Like,
Not
no
gold standard.
zero bedside manner.
No,
Okay.
absolutely
Zero
not.
bedside manner.
Sure.
Right. Are we happy with that as the recap? We're on to the next
Very
step.
happy.
Come on.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
All right. The voice of Alphonse Harding begins day 4 by exploring the arena.
Ooh, okay.
Wandering the halls of Peggle Academy.
Oh, yes.
Leon S. Kennedy, the kid from Full Void, and Ábramar are hunting for other tributes together.
Oh, Leon.
Okay.
Poe, Harold Halibut, and Pinky have formed another tribute hunting faction.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goose is stalking Tim the Terrible Boy.
Yes.
Yes, Goose.
Come on, Goose.
And the princess has discovered a cave.
Oh, this cave. Maybe it's the
So
same
many-
cave.
it's the same cave every
It's
time.
it's like a really, really vast cave network below.
Right.
You know how it's like in Baldur's Gate 3 when you've got the first act and then you've got like the Underdark, which is basically Act
Oh.
1 again in size. It's
Yeah.
kind of like there's Peggle Academy and then there's the caves under Peggle.
Well, there
Right.
was, not to show my old arse here, but there was Peggle and then there was Peggle Knights. So maybe that's where Peggle Knights is.
Oh, maybe.
there it is.
That was the sexy
Right.
expansion. It wasn't sexy. But
Right. We're on to the cannon shots and we're getting the ones from last night,
Okay.
Okay.
which is Grandad from Stardew Valley, Greg,
Rip.
and Big Ron.
off they went. My 3 beautiful boys.
And then night phase, nightfall.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Pinky and Poe are now huddling for warmth.
Oh, okay.
That's quite the pairing.
Ábramar has done for the princess, and they're both mine. So I've got that would be, oh my God, that's like such a bad, like I say, she's like fully in tower form. They're duking it out, but ultimately he's just got a bit of the size advantage still,
shit.
I think.
Wow.
So I guess he does just like shatter her into all of her component parts. So she's still out there. She's okay, but all of her mirror shard pieces have flown out into the ether, and that's princess is out. Tim the terrible boy tries to treat his infection. Hope you fail.
Hope you fail. It comes so much harsh when it's from you as well.
It really does.
So I just like to say it because I know it's funny when it's me.
Yes.
Love that.
Harold Halibut climbs a tree to rest.
Okay.
Leon S. Kennedy tends to his wounds, and there's no tries in there. So I think
Nice,
Leon.
okay.
I mean,
Correct.
I think Leon would. To be fair, that's the thing that he's like trained to do. He knows how to do that.
Little green herb. He's fine.
The voice of Alphonse Harding receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor.
Me.
Good for.
It's me. It's not anonymous. No, don't put anonymous. It's me.
There's a lot of kisses on this medicine.
It stinks of perfume.
The kid from Full Void thinks about winning. And
Never
the
gonna
goose
happen.
just goes to sleep. Yeah, no, they've not really done anything either
Never
way.
gonna happen,
And the goose just goes to sleep.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough. Okay, right.
Proceed. Oh, I'm on to... Oh, the feast. So the feast is the cornucopia replenishment that happens on day 5.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. So what does that mean for our...
Well, the test game that I ran earlier, literally none of them went to it.
Oh,
so
interesting.
we'll see if anyone's decided to turn up.
So what happens? They put something in the...
They replenish the cornucopia, and the idea is that you go back.
Right.
It says here the cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Is the canonical Hunger Games reason. I feel like most of the actual ones you see in the Hunger Games franchise, they don't actually get this far.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Peggle board is reopened, and they can insert themselves back in the canon.
Yeah.
Okay.
To bounce their way to glory.
But who will be tempted?
Well,
will be
we're about to
tempted.
find out. So the kid from Full Void has decided not to go to the feast.
Okay.
Poe has decided not to go to the feast.
Okay.
I'm just going to have a read of this one to see if it's heinous.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, it's fine. Leon S. Kennedy, the voice of Alphonse Harding, and Ábramar confront each other but grab what they want and slowly avoid conflict.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Okay. They bounce on different parts of the board.
Oh, guys, it's happening. There have been a couple of...
The girls are fighting.
a couple of death elimination matches have taken place.
Oh my God.
Tim the Terrible Boy has taken out Harold Halibut.
What an upset!
Oh my God.
And this
But
late
it
in the
feels
game.
real.
That's a showdown. That ended in 2 seconds.
So, who had Tim and who had Harold? Both you, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Oh, God.
So I guess Tim has the reversing time powers, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I honestly feel that Harold at this point is a broken man, a broken soul.
True, yeah.
I do feel like Tim just approached him and Harold just booted himself, fish
Wow.
style, wobbled
Just, like,
out of the...
Salmoned up the river and away.
Yeah, because Tim can be
Wow.
quite sinister.
Yeah.
I can imagine looking and facing Tim full on and being very intimidated.
Well, in my headcanon, Tim the Terrible Boy is 2 feet tall.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
But that's a great match. I'm
Wow.
really poor Harold.
I'm so excited Harold's out, but at the hands of Tim, I don't know how I feel about that. Do I
feel like
wish
this
that
is
on
villain.
Harold?
Conflicted.
I know.
And finally, of all things, Pinky has taken out Untitled Goose.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Pinky's badass because
Yeah.
Goose was
Yeah,
a
Goose
tough
was like a
one.
favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinky is shot from the back of the truck
Oh yeah.
and hits Goose, and it makes Goose fly out of the arena.
Yeah, just a solid like flick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow. Wow.
Damn. So Harold's gone and Goose is
gone. We thought they were going to win
I
this.
feel like the front runner now is the voice of Alphonse Harding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Ábramar. I've got some money on Ábramar as well.
Ábramar's, yeah, doing pretty well.
Could Tim take it all the way? That's a possibility
I don't
now.
think if Tim wins this, none of our listeners will
Yeah.
believe that this wasn't scripted in some way.
absolutely.
We would not have scripted this.
That is very true. Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
come on, someone take down Tim. That's all I want from this. Right, shall we proceed?
Yes. Oh God.
Okay, so yeah, you have that, and then you have a day 5. That was not day 5. That
Right.
was this. That was the special round.
Do you know how many people are left? Does it say?
It doesn't anyway easily,
That's
which
fine.
is I think everyone comes up. Well, I'm not going to break the flow to work that out.
It's
to be
fine.
honest.
It's fine.
Okay, we have another situation on our hands where a character really wants to leave, but another character won't let them.
Okay.
Leon S. Kennedy really wants to leave, but the voice of Alphonse Harding convinces him to stay.
I would.
Those two.
Okay. I'll be thinking about that later when I'm alone. There's that interaction.
Oh God. Okay.
Right. I'm happy to leave it there if you are.
I'm not, but please proceed.
This sort of pours some cold water on this because Tim the Terrible Boy is questioning his sanity.
Oh, well, I mean, good.
Yeah.
The kid from Full Void collects fruit from a tree.
No.
This kid has gotten far.
He has.
Yeah,
This kid from Full Void has gone far.
Because there's no steam vents.
Yeah,
Yes.
the absence of steam vents has really made all the difference to kid in the cute hoodie.
Yeah, it's
the cute
really
oversized
easy
hoodie
not
kid.
to die when you can't drown or get hit by a steam vent.
You can drown in this game.
Oh.
I had so many drownings in my test game earlier.
Oh shit! Oh
was
my God!
What a sentence.
Right? There's so many things that I'm just saying in this that just sound awful.
Wow.
Poe has gone fishing.
Okay.
Pinky has discovered a river.
Oh.
Good for Pinky.
Good for Pinky.
And Ábramar just tries to sleep through the entire day. And you know what? With that whole unit of a house-sized body to sustain and no Big Ron to feed your pies anymore, it got me tiring.
I didn't know what you were going to go with unit, but yes,
Unit of
continue.
an entire body. So many more than 3 Coke cans when you could take it to the entire body.
True.
All right. Who have we lost today? 3 more down.
Okay.
So 3 cannon shots for the princess, Harold Halibut, and the untitled goose.
Okay.
Oh, those are 3 really strong contenders.
Okay.
Right? That's actually, I mean, it's actually, we've ended up with some quite powerful characters towards the end. Like, this is getting into the...
Yeah, we have.
God.
All right, proceeding to night 5. The kid from Full Void tries to treat their infection. No, kid, no.
Oh, kid.
Tim the Terrible Boy screams for help.
Oh my God.
The voice of Alphonse Harding receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
It's me.
Tell him it's me.
Tell him. Have you told him?
Yeah.
Did you tell
What did he say?
Does he know?
Does he like me back?
Does he know who I am? You put my name on it, right? Pinky quietly hums.
Okay.
Ábramar questions his sanity, which you know it's up there as a situation when you got Ábramar questioning his sanity. And then finally, Poe and Leon S. Kennedy have run into each other and decided to truce for the night.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
How are we feeling going into day 6?
Okay.
I'm feeling like Tim killing Harold is too much to bear.
Yeah. I'm still shook from that as
Me
well.
too. Yeah.
That was... I was quite
Okay.
upset.
If
Right.
Tim kills Alphonse or if Tim kills
We're just going to
Leon.
flip this table, and it is a heavy table.
That's a good point. I don't know how the two of us are going to cope if that happens.
If Tim comes anywhere near our boys.
Yeah.
Who have I still got? I think Ábramar might be my only one left. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know, actually. I'm probably spacing. No, Kid from Full Void and Ábramar are the 2 that I put in that are
The
left.
Okay.
kid from Full
could not
Void.
be
Okay.
More
The
different.
Kid from Full Void is having an actual Hunger Games protagonist arc, though. This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
like,
yeah, he
yes,
is. That's
yes.
true. Yeah.
True.
I didn't.
Okay, I'm so nervous going into the
Me
into
too.
the
I
next
could
day.
never have known that this random number generator would throw out such a perfect story.
Yeah.
Day 7.
Day 6.
Day 6.
I think
okay.
it might always run for 7. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, the Kid from Full Void is on the hunt for other tributes now.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck. You're a child.
Right.
And one of them's a god.
Right. I mean, we've seen some literal gods get killed in this game. Yeah. Poe, Ábramar, and Tim the Terrible Boy are hunting together for other tribute. Ábramar, no.
Yeah.
No,
Ábramar,
Ábramar.
no. Pinky's made a slingshot, which again, good for her.
Very
Yeah,
cute.
Like,
yeah.
also, like, just
Yeah, how does she do that? Yeah, good point.
the voice of Alphonse Harding is searching for firewood. Good, like,
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Happy with that.
stock up. Oh, Leon.
No.
Oh, accidental. So bring in Bjorn.
Bjorn got him. Bjorn found him and looked deep in his eyes and said, "I'm the one with the haircut here." And then flicked him up with his horn and into the stratosphere he
but
went.
Tim
Like-
didn't get him, which I think was all that you wanted
Honestly,
by this point.
Bjorn
Jesus
getting Leon,
Christ.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I've written many stories about it.
I was like, will you be thinking about that, Liz? Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
Moving on. Only Leon got a cannon shot today, guys. That's heart-rending. Right, I suspect we may be on to the final day.
We might see a lot of deaths now.
No, night 6 first. Night six.
Okay. Oh, God.
The kid from Full Void sets up camp for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
The voice of Alphonse Harding treats his infection.
Okay.
Cute.
Oh, no.
I don't like, no, it's for a different reason.
Okay.
We've got another little, quite a romantic moment developing.
No.
Okay.
Between Ábramar and Tim the Terrible Boy.
No!
Ábramar, how fucking could you?
Oh, I don't feel good about that.
You could have had anyone.
I know, the thought that just crossed my mind was very, I don't know if I should say it.
Say it.
Well, I hope he kills you with his 3 Coke cans.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Am I double bitter because, I'm crushing on Ábramar, but also Tim?
Tim.
That hurts. That one hurts.
Oh, Pinky loses sight of where she is.
No!
And Poe just goes to sleep.
That's fair. He's an old man.
Yeah.
He's gotten far
doing
as well.
He's
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
All right. Any thoughts going into what I think is actually the last day by design on this?
I'm so
on this
worried.
bracket.
I think my hope is that Pinky takes the crown at this point.
Yeah, I would like to see Pinky win.
Pinky or
Alphonse.
the kid from Full Void, just because they're both kind of
Yeah.
they've got that plucky underdog
Yes.
energy.
Yeah. I'd be happy with Pinky or Alphonse.
I would like to point out that Tim was the seducer in this situation. Yes, I'm still extremely hung up on this. I'm still extremely bitter.
God.
What was that?
Ábramar, why?
Ábramar, por favor! That is just for, if you... I need to explain this now. This is a clip from a Spanish reality TV show where a man is watching someone that he thought he was in a relationship with have full-on intercourse with someone else on a screen, and he's shouting in Spanish, and he starts to run away, and the host is chasing him and shouting, I can't remember what his name is now.
Montoya.
As she screams, he runs down the beach with his shirt open.
His shirt falls open. I'm pretty sure he had a little unbutton under where the camera was looking.
Absolutely.
It was
And
great.
he's just this beautiful muscular man running down this beach at night while someone shouts, Montoya, por favor. And it keeps cutting to them sleeping. The 2 people just going at it like rabbits underneath the duvet.
It's horrific.
Please try and find this clip. It's so funny.
I think it's staged, but it is very realistically staged.
God, it's so funny.
It's so funny.
God. Yeah, it was zero dignity, but quite a lot of realism.
Por favor.
This is what we do when we're together as well. We just watch random clips of shit like that on YouTube.
Yeah, we've done a lot today.
We have. Oh, it's been a good day.
It's been a great
All
day.
right. On to the, I think, final day.
Right,
I don't want
I'm
him
ready.
to win.
I don't either. Well, let's let the RNG make that
Okay,
call.
all right, we've got it, gang. Come on.
Okay.
We did this to ourselves. Oh, no.
Pose out.
Oh, by whose hand?
How will I how do I make this fun? Not accident, sort of deprivation. I think Poe's just tired, to be honest.
Is he really sleepy?
I think so.
He's really sleepy.
I think just very, It's
Right.
not even like a Bjorn environmental. It's like a sort of really just
okay.
wanted to go and get a drink
Right.
and have a sit down and
Right.
just.
He's just out. He's not having fun anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly. It's really stopped being fun.
He got
for
to the
Poe.
very end and went, I need to go.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
saw what Ábramar and Tim were doing. He was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Of all the things I've
guys have
seen in my
fun.
many years of hunting everything but vampires, that scares me.
Yes.
The kid from Void makes a slingshot.
Okay.
The voice of Alphonse Harding receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
Rachel,
It's
we're
me.
we're meant to be impartial.
Tim has taken an injury and it's very ambiguous as to whether it's a bad one or not.
I thought
Okay.
you were trying to say Ábramar related, but please continue.
Well, actually, the actual phrasing on here is not a bad one. Is Tim the Terrible Boy is pricked by thorns while picking berries, which, considering, is a little bit like.
Yeah, okay.
Read that into this pricked by thorns while picking berries if you must.
Hopefully death is on the horizon for Tim.
Exactly.
Yeah, we wish him all the worst.
Yeah. And Ábramar is stalking Pinky.
Oh
Okay.
no, Ábramar.
Dude.
Por favor.
And that's it for the day phase on day 7.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Might be going long. Oh, so yeah, we lost Poe.
Yeah.
And I think all of the remaining ones are now in an alliance, which is a mad thing to do on night 7.
Whoa, okay.
So, but it is giving me an excuse to work out who's left, which is Ábramar,
Right.
Tim the Terrible Boy,
Right.
Kid from Full Void, Pinky, voice of Alphonse Harding.
What
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely
Okay.
intense final 5.
Right. Okay.
So, and they're all in an alliance for the night. They're sleeping in shifts. Who from? Why? I guess because of Mutz. But like,
each other.
Bjorn.
Oh, that's a good point.
Bjorn.
Because I think this might be the point where I'm gonna. Any thoughts before we go into the next day?
So
which I
just
didn't
remind
really
us who's left. The final
Ábramar?
5. Ábramar.
Tim the Terrible Boy.
Yeah.
Kid from Full Void.
Yeah.
Pinky.
Yeah.
Voice of Alphonse Harding.
How did Tim get this far?
Because he has Eldritchian energy.
So we've got literally gods, the 2 underdog kids,
Yeah.
fucking Tim, and the voice of Alphonse Harding.
And the voice of Alphonse Harding.
The disembodied voice of Alphonse Harding, who it's understandable that
What
he's.
did John Blow send Tim, because it was him, in the first couple of days? He's sustained himself.
a monster energy.
No, not my beloved monster energy. No, that's what I've been sending Alphonse.
What flavour is it?
Mango juice.
Oh.
The blue one.
That's how you know someone really likes it. I
The
think
mango one.
I want either Pinky or Alphonse to win.
Honestly, anyone but Tim would make that.
You know
fine.
what? Anyone but Tim. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pinky would be really great.
Yeah.
I love that. Not Tim.
Yeah.
And Alphonse potentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Okay.
Run the simulation. Okay. Oh, Ábramar's out.
Oh.
Environmental.
Bjorn got
Bjorn
Ábramar.
got Ábramar.
Wow.
Bjorn has killed a god. Eliminated a god.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Bjorn is more powerful than gods. That makes sense to me.
I think that Ábramar has been banished back to his home dimension where he's trapped
Yeah.
until he's summoned by a witch. I think
Nice.
that Bjorn has
Yeah.
that power.
Absolutely, Bjorn has that power.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus, we're getting down to the why with Tim here. I'm so
right.
scared.
Well, the next action is the voice of Alphonse Harding has stolen food from Pinky while she wasn't looking, but has left her
Alphonse.
alone.
Okay,
Okay,
right. We
but-
can. Maybe
her-
Alphonse is
but her
hungry.
supplies are down.
As much as a disembodied voice can be hungry.
And I have excellent news.
Oh,
Oh, yes!
here we go. All right, here we go.
Tim the Terrible Boy is out.
Okay.
Taken out by the Kid from Full Void. My sweet child, I'm
Vindication.
so proud of you.
Well done.
Well done,
You know what? I
kid.
judged Full Void too harshly.
Yeah, me
No,
too. Game of the year.
Doesn't matter when it came out.
That sweet little gender ambiguous teen
Yes,
with that oversized hoodie has done us all a solid. And you
Well
know what? I'm
done.
actually, because it's Tim, shall I read the actual death?
Yeah,
Yes,
do
go on.
The
it.
Kid from Full Void taints Tim the Terrible Boy's food, killing him.
Oh, shit.
That's a smart
You're-
move
you're
as
thinking
well.
that's
Yes.
smart.
That's why the kid was picking fruit the day before.
Yes.
Oh my
You're
god.
so right.
He's thinking ahead.
So we've got a pinky finger left, a small child, a disembodied voice.
That's it.
No, Ábramar's
Ábramar's
gone.
gone.
No. Yeah, we're down to 3. Final
Down to
3.
three.
Oh my god.
Final 3.
Okay.
So yeah, now it's cannons for Ábramar and Tim the Terrible Boy.
Okay. Oh god.
Fuck off, Tim.
Good on you,
Tim
kid.
is in the cannon.
Yeah.
As he fired him out. No, Tim actually died.
Just like
Yes.
squishes against the dome of the arena, like slides down
Yeah.
very awkwardly.
Like comically.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Night 8. Jesus, I can't believe it's still going.
Yeah.
And you know what? Broadly, I'm just going to say, yeah, Pinky, Kid from Full Void, and Voice of Alphonse are all now separately camping,
okay.
resting.
Yeah.
Pinky's had some sponsorship stuff come through,
Yeah.
but the general vibe is that everyone's leaving each other alone. They're all very much off on their own,
Okay.
off on their own business, making camp for the night. Mm-hmm. Day 9. I think I've just seen the winner. Do we want? But I'm not sure. So, do you want to get in any predictions before I remove my hands from this page?
Okay. I'm gonna say Alphonse. I have to stay. I've been supplying
Do you
him
know
with.
what? Now that the kid from Full Void has defeated Tim,
Yeah.
I want the kid to win.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna lower my hands. I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
Kid from Full Void.
Oh my god! How did it happen?
With what did I think was going to be a really cute way of saying this?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's just say they went and they turned off the power supply to the arena,
Oh, okay.
and therefore Pinky and Alphonse, who didn't manage to work out how to shut down the whole thing,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty much the end of Full Void. So you know what?
that is very
okay.
brilliant.
I'm down for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one from each of our... One from
Whoa,
each
you're
person.
right,
It's
totally
got to
right.
the end.
Yeah. Amazing.
And the kid from Full Void saved all three. Oh, no one really died other than Tim and Gollum.
Yeah.
Tim, Gollum,
And the boyfriend.
The boyfriend.
and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
No, he's just like.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
He just had
he's
a really
super-
bad
yeah.
time.
Yeah, okay. So
Gollum
Tim and Gollum died.
Yeah. I don't think anyone is going to be like, again, Gollum, just the Gollum from Gollum, like the subset of Gollums that is the Gollum
Yeah.
from Gollum, not all Gollums. All Tims, absolutely all Tims for all time.
Well done, Void Boy.
Or girl, we don't actually know.
Oh, yeah, just kid
Void-
from Full
Void
Void.
NG. I guess.
Void NB, well done. In the next Hunger Games, you will be re-entered
Yeah,
from your
as is
district.
tradition.
As is tradition.
Oh, no.
But as Victor, we will now put Full Void into the vault. I'm kidding.
Now that would be incredible. Oh my god.
I liked it, but I
God.
didn't like put it
Yeah.
on our Game of the Year list or anything. But I liked it. I like Full Void.
Well, thus ends the 76th
76th
annual.
and also first.
Yes. Well done, everyone.
We did
good
it.
games, good games,
Good games, yes,
Um,
well done.
That was it. And if you guys, if anyone listening would like to play this, I will put a link to this
Yeah.
website, obviously,
Yeah.
in the show notes for this. 'Cause it's like, yeah, don't think too hard about the Hunger Games of it all, but it is actually quite a good laugh to do a bracket like this.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
fun.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
This was very enjoyable.
Yeah, we didn't even get the really intense one, which I will tell you guys off mic because I feel a bit weird about saying it on a podcast.
really?
So,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
tell us
yeah.
after. Yeah.
it's a bit grim, but we didn't get that, so it's fine.
Wow.
Yay!
Well, yep, we did it. We did this episode idea. Let's see how it turns out.
Why not?
Oh, I enjoyed that. That
Yeah,
was very
that was
fun.
good.
That was worth it all for just you saying Harold Halibut snaps
Snaps Gollum's
Gollum's neck.
Yeah,
Which destroyed
of
me.
all the things
Yeah.
that I would like to have just clipped of me saying
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
context, that's my favourite.
Absolutely. Good lord.
So good.
Yeah.
Right. Well, with that, we move on to some hyperfixations.
What could be more hyperfixating than this?
Hello. Welcome to an in-person hyperfixations.
Oh my god.
Who would like to go first?
I can go first because I've been playing Promise Mascot Agency.
Woo, appropriate considering Pinky was one of our finalists.
Yes,
Yes.
true. Because you talked about it, and you told me and Rebecca it was like, what was it? We would either people who liked Paradise Killer wouldn't like it.
I worried
Oh.
that it was too different
Yes.
genre change.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. And I was messaging you as I was playing
Yeah.
it, being like, this is so great. And I got really burned out on Blueprints. So I was like, I need something chill to play for the weekend. I think the first day I played it for 7 hours. The second
about
day I
right.
played it for another 7 hours and just had a really great time. Kaizen! Listen to the interview that Liam did with Kaizen Networks.
It's a great interview.
It's so good. But yeah, it was just really nice. Everything you said, absolutely spot on. Had a great time driving around. Pinky is amazing. Everything I thought about with the demo, like, oh, I'm not sure about the mascots. I'm not sure about the tone of the game. I really like Paradise Killer. And I fell in love with all the mascots.
Yeah.
I do think it is similar to Paradise Killer in terms of checklisty, so you have to like find certain things. But it's so much more relaxing than
Yeah,
Paradise Killer, even
it
though
really
Paradise
is.
Killer is literally on an island with like
Yeah.
a tropical island. But yeah, I just had a really good time, and I'm just really happy. And it's some of those collectibles though. Oh, I had to leave them because they were really tough to get, but maybe I'll return one day. But it was just really great. And it's all about community. And we had a chat about this. I've never played a game where like a lot of live sims is like, oh yeah, you're going to improve the town and oh yeah, revamp the community center and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's just like on my list of things to do. Here, I properly felt that I was actually helping the town and the characters were really like living within the community and they were helping each other and supporting each other. And I was like, this is so nice. And even the mascots had like stakes in the community as well. And like I loved checking in with them and that was so nice. It's just it's good vibes. It's a good time.
It's a great hang.
Yeah, it's such a good hang. I had a great time. So yeah, I love Paradise Killer and now I love Promise Mascot Agency. So that's 2 for 2 for me with Kaizen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy you enjoyed this. I finished it since it was my hyperfixation a few weeks ago. And I did think the ending was really, really good.
Yeah.
I think it's great all the way through. I think it has a very satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
And I was sad to put it down. It's perfectly sized. It's about 18 hours I think it took me to finish in the end. But it was just beautiful from start to finish. It has a great sense of pace to it.
Yes, it does.
I never felt bored at any point.
Yeah.
Nothing ever really overstayed its welcome. I didn't like there's a claw machine minigame in it that I didn't love, but you liked it though, which I thought was quite surprising.
I was all over in that claw machine. I was like, yes, more claw machine minigames.
Amazing.
But it's an excellent game and I'm so happy that you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Just a good time. And it's so wholesome, even though the mascots are really creepy, but I'm like, I love you all.
Yeah, it does a great job of making even the most cursed ones feel relatable.
Yeah, and like in the demo I was like, ew, I don't know about that one. But I think it's because I went in, because the demo was like it didn't have the setup, and I think the setup, like you said, is so important.
Yeah.
And just to get the vibe of the game and the tone as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's really great. It's
brilliant.
so awesome.
It's
had
excellent.
a great time. So it's a short one from me, but yeah.
Nice. I'm really looking
Promise
forward to playing
Mascot
that,
Agency.
especially
Yeah.
after this and seeing how like absolute.
Yeah, Pinky.
Pinky.
Pinky in the game says that her one dream is to kill someone and bury the body in the woods.
I think she
yes.
did that at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think she did.
Actually, I was clicking through just finishing that, and there were stats. There were stats which I can just put on the page if we want to like.
Yes,
Oh.
It
okay.
gives you like a summary stat, which I didn't realize. So
amazing.
The only thing of note is that the leader with 7 kills was the voice of Alphonse Harding. No one else got half that much in terms
Doesn't
of
surprise me.
elimination stats. So
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it
share
actually
those
goes
stats.
really granular into stats. So I've taken loads of screenshots. So
Oh,
Of course you
amazing.
have. You like, yes.
Nice. Yeah, thank you for doing that. That's great.
sicko for those stats.
But yeah, that's mine.
Well,
That's awesome.
I think at the end of the year, when we're talking about our game of the year, Promise Mascot Agency will be
I'm right
a
with you there.
definite talking point.
I can imagine it being one for me as well, which is why
Yes.
it's one of the games that I'm very, very determined to get played
Yeah.
by the end of the year. But it came out the same goddamn day as Blueprints. I just can't.
It did.
I'm sorry for everyone involved that had to go. Like Blueprints is the indie for this year that you don't want to go up against, right?
Yeah. It's surprising. I don't think anyone saw it coming.
Absolutely not.
but-
Even up until about a week before it came out, and like people started the reviews started coming out and going like, this is really, really good.
It'll be Blueprints and Silk Song.
When
Yeah.
I got into it in January from the demo, I genuinely thought it was gonna be like you and me.
That's
and,
what I
like,
thought. I
A
thought
few other people who are
I
well
thought it
into
was going to
puzzle
be
stuff.
thinky games, the
Yeah.
puzzle community, but no, it's really popped off.
No,
so.
it really has. So,
But come on, Promise
and now
Mascot
there's going to be no
Agency.
GTA 6 this year. So
Yes,
that's
of
like
course.
suddenly Blueprints is looking like it might be in
Yeah.
for a few more Game of the Year shouts than
Oh,
we
God,
were
yeah.
predicting.
Potentially.
So
But Promise Mascot it's got really good critical reception.
Oh, yes,
It's got
absolutely,
overwhelmingly
yeah.
positive on Steam.
Has it?
So
No,
it does
perfect.
feel like it's found its audience, which I'm really pleased to
Good,
see.
yes.
So.
That is good.
And I feel like Paradise Killer had quite a long tail on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of people came to it, I hate saying late, but you know what I mean, later.
Yeah, like a few years later.
it's still got a
yeah.
tail on it. It's still good. It's still good. I'm going to play
Yes,
it. I swear.
it has.
It does, yeah, it does, absolutely.
has,
Yeah,
babes. Still
good,
Liam
it's still
jumping and be like, yes, girl, absolutely.
It's okay. It's okay. We know this and we love you. It's
Still good. It's still good.
But yeah, babes, I was, Rebecca, I said babes, I was like,
Babes,
it could be
yeah.
either one of you. What was your hyperfixation?
So in all honesty, my hyperfixation is still Love and Deep Space. I'm so into that game, but that's
Yes,
like a really
amazing.
boring one to do 2 weeks in a row. So I did want to talk about like what I did last weekend, because I had an incidentally very video games I love themed like
Ooh.
trip out last weekend.
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
So on the Saturday, I went to see the Until Dawn movie.
Oh, I forgot you were going to talk about this.
And can you have a hyperfixation where you were just like really quite not impressed with something?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I usually my whole thing is usually wanting to talk about like things that I really am into, and if I don't like something, I don't usually want to tear something down, because like people worked really hard on like any product, and and you know I'm genuinely usually quite a positive person, and I'd rather go and like look at things that I like. But Until Dawn is one of my favorite games, and so
Yeah.
they were doing this movie, and the previews were like very mixed, but I was like, you know what, it's a time loop horror film based on one of my, like loosely based, but still kind of based on one of my favorite horror games. So I'm the target audience for this. I'll probably still really enjoy it. Oh, it's rough. It's really rough. It's so rough.
So what? Yeah. Why is it rough?
It's it just can't commit to anything that it wants to be, and the result is just so indifferent. And it's just like, it's not as an adaptation of Until Dawn, it's a 1 out of 10. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's really not adapting Until Dawn. As like a fun kind of hang horror film, it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. It's not like, if you like a bit of cheesy horror, which I do, it's like a perfectly serviceable, messy, doesn't really go anywhere, but I've enjoyed worse just for the like ironic enjoyment of it. The thing that it just misses so much of what made Until Dawn like a special and interesting thing in the gaming space, though.
God.
In that I think I came out of that film with a greater appreciation for Until Dawn, the game, in all fairness.
Okay.
Because one of the things I think it really highlighted for me was Until Dawn does something really smart with its characterization, because it opens on the characters being like the most egregious little shits. They are rotten. They are behaving so badly
Very true.
that you are predisposed to hate them. And so everything they do that's likable from that point on is kind of clawing it back for you to care about them more. And that's on top of the fact that you are responsible for them, and that creates this sense of like being attached to the characters, because whatever happens, even if you don't like them, you're responsible for this person's well-being. And that obviously can't be replicated in a film. But I do think that genuinely the way that they open that game with them being absolutely horrible and vicious to someone for very little reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like not no reason, but it's definitely disproportionate to treat someone the way they treat Hannah at the start of that game. The prank.
Yeah.
Which is like, she's not behaving herself. She is also being like very socially uncouth, right?
Yeah.
She's not being a great person at that point either. She's explicitly trying to like get with someone else's boyfriend who is a close friend of hers.
Drama, teens.
It's teen drama, but they take it too far. But the point of the whole narrative is they've taken it too far.
Yeah.
And then you see them as people, and people who are capable of a lot more than just that one really cruel act. And so by really front loading it with all of the hateable things about a horror movie character, it really works and I think Supermassive do that quite. I was thinking about their other games, and like they actually do this quite frequently with their games. They start with everyone being kind of a dick, and then everything they do kind of claws it back to make you care. As the stakes get higher, you start to care more.
Interesting.
The film just didn't really understand that, which I think was a way in to making the film feel like the game, which it didn't take. Because the character, there's a lot. I mean, it's not, objectively speaking, I'm sorry, it's not a great film. It's not a particularly good film. They'll do things like everyone will stand in a circle and they'll be like, we've been best friends since we were children. And like, that's why we care about each other so much. And there's it's a very tell don't show throughout the entire thing. Okay. There are some like good scares. Yeah. It's fun catching some references to the game if you're a fan of the game. But they were like, did you catch the hidden Easter eggs? I'm like, I've played this game like 8 or 9 times. Honey. And they were not hidden. Like there was one bit sort of in the middle where it kind of settled into it. So the idea, the way they tried to make it an adaptation of Until Dawn was kind of cool in its inception, because they were like, the idea is, what if you were in a game like Until Dawn essentially, and when people replay these games to get a new ending, different outcomes, what if the characters were aware of that, aware of the fact that they were resetting and coming back to life every night, and like that this was happening I was like, that's a cool idea when I saw it. I'm like, that's actually a really fun way to adapt that concept. But then they tried to do too many further twists with it, and it kind of lost sight of that as a concept.
Right, okay.
A few cool ideas were brought up and then just dropped. And one cool idea about halfway through, when it kind of settled into the rhythm, one really over the top, like hilarious, gory, ridiculous set piece came in, and I was like, this is what this movie's doing. I'm into it now. And then they drove that into the ground by making it the ghost in the machine at the end of the film. And I was like, you were doing all these like throwaway bits, and like just the one good thing you were doing, you really overdid. So I don't want to give too many spoilers. I think if you like a cheesy horror film,
right, okay,
and like I'm not inclined to be a canon purist in these things. I'm like, you can adapt something I love in a million different ways, and I'll be like, if I don't like it, the original's still there. I'm not at all bothered. But they did try to link it to the games in a way which would significantly rewrite canon, and one character's role in canon in particular. And I was like, I'm not loving that. Yeah. I'm not loving that you're trying to justify your kind of like shaky premise by rewriting a character I really like in their entirety to justify the way you've done the ending to this film. I don't love that. But I will. On the other hand, I will watch it again.
Okay.
When it comes on streaming at Christmas, I'll watch it with my mum, because we played Until Dawn together a few years ago, and we love to watch horror films together. So it's not like it's such poison to me, I will never watch this again. If it's on, I'll watch it with mum. But they could have done quite a lot of things with it that they didn't do. And it was just, I did say at work, they asked me because no one else has been to see it yet. They're like, what did you think of it? And the joke was in 20 words or less, because they know that I will go off on supermassive games if I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
And I just said, I would have been its biggest defender if there was anything that I thought was worth defending in it, but I just don't think that there is anything. There is nothing there's stuff that I'm like, that was all right, but there's nothing I'm pointing to and going like, that justifies the experience of seeing this adapted into this movie. I was like, oh, it's rough, guys. But
What a shame.
on the plus side, the day after that, on the Sunday, I went to the Animal Crossing New Horizons exhibit at Birmingham Sea Life Centre, and that was lovely.
Went. Nice.
It was so nice. It's touring the UK at the moment, so it's going to all the Sea Life centres in the UK. I think Birmingham was its second stop. It's touring to like late August, I think. So if people are in the UK and they want to go, it's still got like a lot.
Nice, yeah.
Definitely by the time this episode goes out, there's a lot of chances left to see it. It's really nice. So Sea Life Centre does a lot of like marine conservation stuff. So the tickets are a bit steep, but it's like mostly going, I think, into that marine conservation like fund. So we were maybe only there for 3 hours and it's like 30 quid each, but like it's still just like a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot of really cute things. Like there's a Find Gulliver and there's a big Gulliver plushie, like secreted, not really secreted. It's really, when you see it, you're like, I don't know why we were like, we weren't going to miss this. It's for kids. It's for kids, which is really funny because like no one under sort of uni age there cared a bit about it. Because if you think about it, the game, the most recent game is 5 years old. Little kids have not played Animal Crossing as a general rule.
Do many kids play Animal Crossing?
I feel like it's more adult coded, honestly, even though it's pitched to be playable by kids. Most people I know who played it with their kids, they're like, I have an island with my kid. I played it every day for 2 years. My kid dropped off after 2 weeks because they were extremely young and got bored.
Yeah, I never got into it till I was a teenager. So
I think it is. It skews older than Nintendo seem to. I suppose they're trying to make it more family friendly than for kids, and family friendly does include everyone.
That is fair. Yeah.
But it was like sort of there's like little puzzles and stamp collections and stuff, and that was all very much pitched at kids, and I saw no one below the age of about 20, and we were like we were in a queue. It was all uni students and middle-aged nerds in this queue, like in a very wholesome way, in a very like, a lot of people like me, sort of like 30-something women in dungarees and their partners, and then like these goth uni students and the sort of people you would expect to be well into an Animal Crossing event.
Tattoos, blue hair.
All the way, fully. Saw a lot of really cool hair dye, a lot of really cool,
love that.
The whole lot. And then at the end of the gift shop, there was like an Animal Crossing merch display. So we bought a little bit of merch.
Nice. Cool.
And it was a really nice time. And they had all around the centre, they had like Blather's quotes from the game near to the fish that were in those tanks. And then underneath they had everyone who works at the Sea Life Centre like design themselves as an Animal Crossing like avatar character, and a little quote from them giving like additional context to the Blather's quote, or like something they thought was cool that wasn't covered in the quote.
That's a really nice
idea. It was just really nice, and it was cute and wholesome. God. And so
well, we were talking about it and you were just like, Nintendo were throwing money.
They are.
And the most random marketing stuff.
Exactly. Like that game has been fully feature complete for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Like
what?
Like
why? I'm happy for it.
Well, I would probably suspect that it's more that the Sea Life Centre licensed Animal Crossing.
Potentially, but I think it is an international. So I think like there's. I think it's
I thought it was international.
Running internationally, but Sea Life Centre is the UK partner. But I think there's like US partners and
Nintendo.
Stuff.
Right.
What are we doing here?
Right.
I mean, it's great.
That's what I mean. It's like
we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we?
Also, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They seem to intimate about once a year. They put a lot of money into the Animal Crossing brand again. And it's very strange because I was, for the record, I was perfectly content with the amount of development time that New Horizons had. I thought that like about 18 months and one DLC to finish it along with the 2.0 was like pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't outstay its welcome. I know people were like, you could have printed money by doing a DLC every 6 months for the next 5 years.
That's not their thing.
But it's not really Nintendo's whole brand, and I respect what they did with that in that sense. But it does feel a bit weird still when there's no Animal Crossing announced for the Switch 2 at launch. Not even like the announcement that it's coming later than launch. It's really fallow as like the actual games at the centre, but the stuff around it. I mean, I literally week before got the latest Animal Crossing manga that's been translated into English.
Oh yeah,
that's still going.
Cool.
It's still a couple of.
So cute.
I don't know if it's finished in Japan now because they're like a year ahead of us. They're a couple of volumes ahead, but like that's still happening. They bring out new merch all the time, like the Lego. Although they did say the Lego stuff is like going to be wrapped up at the end of 2026, but that's still like
going strong.
It's still going at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's just things go out of print with Lego after a while, and they're like the end of that cycle will be the end of 2026. Yeah, so it's just a bit of a weird when the game's not received even like a maintenance update in like 3 years. It feels really strange. I'm not complaining. I'm having a nice time with it when it sort of pops up again once or twice a year. But yeah, I'm so curious as to what it's, you know, it's like the Capcom and Ace Attorney thing that we talk about a lot. It's like all this stuff to make you think Ace Attorney 7 is about to happen and just Ace Attorney 7 keeps not happening. And then all this stuff that makes you think a new Animal Crossing is going to happen and a new Animal Crossing is just not happening.
It's a very Nintendo thing, and I sort of like it because Nintendo is still operating in a way that's different to other companies.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think
I agree.
with the Switch 2 being like more of a traditional hardware revision compared to what Nintendo normally do, it's nice to know that the company's still taking weird swings on the periphery.
I fully agree. I'm not mad about it.
Oh,
it's
no,
just
I'm
so
just
curious.
Yeah.
Because again, for the record, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm like 900 hours in. I maybe never want to play another Animal Crossing game. That was my first one. If it was my last one, I wouldn't be terribly upset because it was just such a moment in my life. And like, if that's kind of where it stops, if they stop the franchise there, I would be like, that's a shame for other people, but for me, I would not be like heartbroken.
That's sort of my relationship with Animal Crossing, though. I feel like Wild World was my Animal Crossing.
Everyone has their Animal Crossing, and nothing's going to be New Horizons to me when it comes out. No. I'll probably have to work on it. It's not going to have the same place in my heart as New Horizons. And I feel like for most people, that was like their first Animal Crossing, or the one that just came at a point in their lives, like New Horizons did for a lot of people like me. And but it's such an interesting approach to marketing, the whole thing.
It is. I love it.
Anyway, that's me.
Yay!
Nice. Good. I am very happy that the Until Dawn movie is piss. My hyperfixation is, although I've still been playing a lot of video games, I thought I would recommend a book because it's been a long time since I've done that.
It has.
So
Liam's Side Book Club?
Yep, it is. It's a sad book.
Oh my gosh.
It made me cry at the end.
Oh no.
So this is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney.
Oh.
Have either of you read a Sally Rooney before?
Yes.
I haven't, no.
Okay.
Is this the one, not the chess one?
It is the chess one.
Oh, it's the chess one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I want to hear what
So
you say.
I really love Sally Rooney books. I think she's brilliant. She's one of these incredibly popular authors who I think is writing books that are challenging in interesting ways and very literary, and I just love the way she writes. I think the fact that all of her sentences run on without any punctuation, not punctuation, sorry, but like quotation for characters and stuff just makes them such an easy, interesting read. And Intermezzo, I enjoyed it so much more than her last book, which was called Beautiful World, Where Are You?
Oh, yeah.
Which I really liked. But
I didn't read that one.
I thought it was like okay. It was interesting. But this one, it follows two brothers, Ivan and Peter. Peter is in his 30s and Ivan is in his early 20s, and their dad dies and the book starts at their funeral, and each chapter alternates between Ivan and Peter. Ivan is young, he's very autistic coded, in a very sympathetic and well-written way, I will say, which I thought was a really,
that's good.
really good and like earnest representation of someone with autism or suspected autism. So he's a chess genius.
Okay.
And Peter, his older brother, is a barrister, and they're estranged. They have a very strained relationship. Their dad dies, like I say, and they don't really get on with their mother. Ivan meets a woman, and Peter is kind of split between two women in his life. And the book is about grief. It's about families. It's about finding mutual ground when you're different people. And it's about, it's just a really, really beautiful book. It really spoke to me in so many ways. I thought the ways that the characters went through this very difficult part of their life, because it's only set over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks. So much happens in it, and just how these characters react to these situations and how they misunderstand each other and struggle to communicate.
She loves doing that,
She's
doesn't
so
she, Sally
good.
Rooney?
She's so good. But I think this is the book I've enjoyed of hers most since Normal People.
That's the one I've read.
Is a great book. But I also really love Conversations with Friends. I think you can start anywhere with Sally Rooney's books. Maybe not Beautiful World, Where Are You?
Noted.
But Intermezzo, I think, is an absolute stunner. And I really, really loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because that didn't come out too long ago, did it?
That was like last year, I think, because it was with Butter that I read as like the two sort of big books of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it came out
okay.
maybe last summer. But she's such a good writer.
Yeah, I really like that about Normal People as well. And what you said about like the miscommunications between people and like the history and why they do the things they do. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So I loved that. And I'm also reading a book at the moment called Saltwater by Jessica Andrews, which I'm going to shout out only because I realized the other day that I went to school with her.
Oh, yeah, it's this one.
It's this one. And she was in my English classes for years, apparently.
What?
She's a fantastic author. I've read one of her books last year called Milk Teeth, which was wonderful. This one is about someone who grew up in Sunderland, which is where I'm from. And the references she was making to Sunderland when her character was growing up was so familiar. Yeah, I was like, oh, I remember that specific fun fair, and I remember that specific place that shut down.
That sounds like a weird experience.
It was quite odd. But Jessica, you don't listen, but
you never know.
I struggled to remember you.
Oh, really? It's like
which
one
is
of those,
a problem.
yeah.
And it made me realise just where I'm at in my life, that I'm forgetting people I went to school with.
Yeah.
And literally when I'm on her second book that I've read of hers.
I was going to say, you already read a book of hers and didn't know.
Well, the name, I was like, Jessica Andrews. I think I knew a
But
Jessica
it's not
Andrews.
like a super uncommon name though. So
No, it's not.
You know.
But yeah, she's out here smashing it. She is
Damn.
also an amazing author.
Oh,
her
hell
books
yeah.
are so dreamlike, very pacey. Each chapter's only about 4 or 5 sentences sometimes.
Ooh, okay.
And the way she's almost lyrical in the way that she's able to describe things. Like she'll describe like eating a piece of fruit on a hot day. And you're like, how have you got the English language to, twisted it to make it this unique? And she's very, very good. So I'd recommend those books.
Lovely.
Very, very good.
It's so weird that you
I know.
Like might have interacted with her, been in the same class.
Yeah, I'm sure we interacted.
I'm sure you did, yeah.
But you know what? She might be a very successful author writing beautiful books, but has she recorded an episode of podcast where we put indie game characters against each other?
That she hasn't.
We're both doing well, that's all I'll say.
Equal.
Yeah.
Equals.
No, she's
Apples to
amazing.
oranges.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this episode. This was
Wow.
very, very fun. I feel like we had the energy, and it's always great to record episodes
This
in
was
person
a really
again.
good one to do in person.
Oh,
as well.
Yes,
It's just
it
like-
was.
I'm so glad we kept it for this
Yeah, me
episode.
too.
But yeah, I think that's us. So thank you so much for listening as always, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Bye. Indieventure is a video games podcast created, produced, hosted, and edited by Rachel Watts, Rebecca Jones, and me, Liam Richardson. For more information, including a list of every game we mentioned in this episode, make sure to check out our website, indieventurepodcast.co.uk. You can get in touch by sending your questions, comments, and feedback to contact@indieventurepodcast.co.uk. You can support the show by rating us 5 stars and leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or your preferred podcast provider of choice. Some of the games we talk about on the show may have been provided to us for free for review consideration. Our intro music and stings were composed for us by Ollie Newbury. Check the episode description to hear more of his excellent tunes. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks for another episode of Indieventure. Bye for now.